This broadcast on 106.3 ESPN Radio is brought to you locally by Peter Pan Market and Deli, Astoria Ford, Joe's Mobile, the Seaside Outlets, Northwest Lending Group, Classic Community College, Lucky Duct HVAC and Dryer Duct Cleaning, and North Coast Runner Supply. You're tuned in to ESPN Radio on 106.3.
Welcome to CMH Field for our first game of the year. I'm Rob Kovacs, joined by Bob Wilkie, and we are here and lined up ready to go about 14 minutes away from kickoff here at CMH Field. And the excitement is building. Of course, the kids were excited about it. Rube was excited about it, stopping in for the coaches show. And I'll tell you what, it's the first of the year, a whole new season.
It's fall, Rob. Football's here.
And, of course, we've got ourselves a gorgeous afternoon. Not very fall-like weather here in Astoria today. Had it this morning, but it is burned off. Blue skies, sunny, and for the most part, pretty calm conditions. A little flutter on the flag, so I can't imagine that weather is going to play any factor in this game.
No, that's a non-issue today.
Of course, Astoria the last week or so been practicing in some pretty warm weather as well. So, it's not like this is just all of a sudden out of the blue. We were sitting there at 55 degrees, and all of a sudden we've got ourselves a nearly 70-degree day.
Yeah.
This is what we've seen for the last little while. So Astoria has been practicing in it. How used to it are they? Well, of course, not necessarily used to it, but you can say for the last couple of weeks they've at least conditioned themselves to it.
They've been practicing.
So, what we're looking forward to today is a non-league contest against North Bend to start things off for the Astoria Fishermen. We'll take a look at both teams' schedules as we get ready to go for today, and we've got some starting lineups, maybe not exactly the positions, but we've at least got some announced starters, and we'll try to get through all of Astoria's lineup. They've got a big roster this year, and of course they've had a young roster last couple of years.
Yes, they sure have. Adapting team, COVID coming out of that, and I think we can officially say this year we got a team that didn't have to really affect the COVID.
Maybe the elementary years, really, but high school, junior high, we're out of it.
Yeah, finally.
I mean, we're kind of out of it, right? I mean, can we finally say that? I hope so. And that's what we're looking forward to here today. Of course, a big thank you to, once again, all of our sponsors who help bring you Astoria High Fighting Fishermen football. And hopefully, new this year, we're going to add a chance for you to listen live online at YouTube. Just find our YouTube channel, ESPN 106.3 Astoria. Make sure you find that. Like and subscribe, of course. I got to say that because it's contractually obligated. I'm not sure if it's...
we got one person listening to us right now on YouTube,
there you
Rob.
go. So listen, and if you want to leave a comment there, feel free to do so. Of course, try to be nice to us. We're doing the best we can here on a sunny conditioned day. We're getting ready for our first contest. We're going to take a short time out, come back and look at both teams' schedules and try to break down the Astoria Fishermen season this year. A little bit different in the 4A, or at least in the Coapa League, and we'll talk about that as well as starters and all that fun stuff, as we are just about 10 minutes away from kickoff. First game of the year, week 0 here at CMH Field, and the Fishermen are getting ready to go on ESPN 106.3.
Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at AstoriaFord.net.
Joe's Mobile in Astoria, the home of mobile synergy fuel and diesel. Also, last-minute groceries, snacks, cold beverages, hunting and fishing licenses, propane, firewood, and so much more. Pump your own fuel during overnight hours or get friendly full service during regular daytime hours. EBT and all credit and debit cards are accepted. Fuel and diesel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Get your mojo on at Joe's Mobile.
1701 Marine Drive in Astoria.
The Peter Pan Market and Deli is the perfect place to gather for a quick snack and one of their signature sandwiches before the game. Enjoy covered outdoor seating or sit inside with beers and ciders on tap and wine by the glass. You can relax with friends before heading to the game. Make Peter Pan Market and Deli your morning stop too. Grab a coffee and a bagel or other breakfast treat before work. Order ahead at peterpan2go.com. Peter Pan Market and Deli, 712 Niagara Avenue, Astoria. Your local corner store and more.
Hi, I'm Renee, contractor and owner of Lucky Duct LLC. Since 2011, we've provided Clatsop and Pacific counties with professional HVAC duct cleaning and dryer vent system cleaning. Residential and commercial customers, call me 503-717-2231.
Lucky Duct with a T, LLC. Your HVAC contractors. Clatsop and Pacific counties. Residential and commercial. Trained and professional technicians. Visit us online. Lucky Duct with a T, LLC.
Hi folks, these sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891.
This is ESPN Radio on KKOR AM 1230 and 106.3 K2464BV, Astoria, Warrenton, Seaside.
Welcome back to CMH Field. Rob Kovacs joined by Bob Wilkie, and we are here for the season opener for the Astoria Fishermen. And like I said, a little different in the Co-op League this year for the Fishermen and for the rest of the squads. Caboose, Seaside, St. Helens, Tillamook. None of that changes. What does change is Gladstone Riverdale is joining the Fishermen in the 4A Co-op League. They call it Special District 1 on the OSAA site. And no rankings there. If you happen to jump over to osaa.org, they are holding off on all rankings until Week 0 is complete.
Got it.
And if you're curious, Week 0, Week 1, you're crazy. This is crazy talk. Are you having a stroke up there? No. Week 0 is traditionally this week. It is the Week 0 in college football, in high school football, and it kind of gives the Fishermen a chance. Now, they could not schedule a game this week. It basically becomes their bye week. Instead, what they get to do is schedule a Week 0 game and then use a week somewhere in the season to have a break.
Right.
And so the Fishermen have done that.
Like our YouTube channel. Soft open.
Soft open, yeah, exactly. So North Bend, then Staten, then the Dalles, and then the bye week for the Fishermen as they wait and go off to Malala then. And then it's Gladstone Riverdale as they get started with league play in October. So all of October, the 3rd, 10th, 17th, 24th, and 31st is basically then just league play. Gladstone Riverdale is how they'll start. Then it's off to Tillamook. Then they host Seaside, then Scappoose, and wrap things up. It's the Goonie Kids taking on the Halloween Town Kids in St. Helens on Halloween night.
They'll have a trick and a treat.
It should be an exciting season for the Fishermen as they get rolling. A quick glance through the North Bend Bulldogs. They get started tonight against Astoria. Then they will host Gladstone Riverdale. Then they are at Philomath, then taking on Sweet Home, and then Ashland, Henley, Mazama, Hidden Valley, Marshfield is how their season shapes up. And Halloween night, Friday night, they get to play it against Marshfield. So that's what the North Bend Bulldogs will be doing. And that is, of course, who the Fishermen are playing tonight. And exciting matchup. And, a little bit in the coaches show, Rube and Dane were talking a little bit about this, like, what does each team do? And Rube kind of just point blank, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking at last year's film. Those kids, some of those kids have graduated, so throw that all out the window. That scouting report is no good on that quarterback or that running back or that linebacker, whoever it happens to be. It's worthless.
Not to mention, you got all summer for these kids to train, and some little kids turn into big kids over a summer.
We saw that a couple of years ago. Quinn Gore put on about 7 feet, or maybe 6.5. It seemed like. You just see these kids grow, and that's what happens between sophomore and junior years. All of a sudden, you go from a 6-foot kid to a 6'4", and you maybe 30, 40 pounds in the weight room. It's not unheard of. So what you see on tape from last year or what you're trying to scout, you can get some tendencies. You can get some coaches' tendencies. Do they like to run on third down? Do they like to run on third and short, or do they prefer to pass? Or do they punt?
They're a running team. You
can get some tendencies more on the coach than you really can on the kids.
Yep.
And so, of course, Rube has been around doing this for 20-plus years. He understands that. He knows how to look as the Fishermen make their way onto the field under the purple and yellow smoke from the inflatable Fishermen. And crowd here excited on an early fall game. I hate to call this fall. It's late summer is what we're at here.
We're still in August, right? It's
we
not
are.
fall till we hit September.
Not till September. For the North Bend Bulldogs, I know you had a quick rundown of who they were announced as starters, and I believe they said their offense is who they're going to start. So
yeah, we've got Michael Lucero Jr. and receiving today at number 1. Number 7, Matthew Swank is a receiver. Number 9, Connor Johnson is their QB. Number 16, Jackson Swanson is their running back.
Senior running back. He's going to be a tough one to handle for the Fishermen today.
Number 21, Joshua Sullivan. Number 43, Hunter Christensen. Number 53, Carson Cornell. Number 55, Dylan Swanson. Number 57, Caleb Delph. And 77, Maddox Singleton, and ending is number 79, Grayson Nanda.
A couple of big seniors there on the line. The usual big numbers, 77, 79, indicates offense, defensive line. So we look for some big kids to make their way onto the field. Both squads pretty big in number-wise. And we're going to take a quick timeout, come back and get the Fishermen's announced starting lineup. I do believe that they will be announcing their offense as well. Quinn Gore, last year's quarterback, is going to move to wide receiver. And we are going to see a quarterback that we saw quite a bit last year, actually. Sam Shacker was throwing around in pregame, and I believe he'll be handling the quarterback duties for the Fishermen. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back and take a look at the starting lineup, or at least the announced starters for the Fishermen next, right here on ESPN 106.3.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at AstoriaFord.net.
Joe's Mobile. Fuel, diesel, groceries, snacks, beer, propane, hunting and fishing licenses, firewood, and so much more. 1701 Marine Drive in Astoria. Coming in, going out, or passing through Astoria, Joe's Mobile is your one stop where the people are friendly and the store is stocked with everything you need. All debit, EBT, and credit accepted. Joe's Mobile. Mobile Synergy fuel and diesel. Pump your own 24 hours a day at Joe's Mobile. Wait for it.
At Joe's Mobile.
Hi, I'm Renee, contractor and owner of Lucky Duct LLC. Since 2011, we've provided Clatsop and Pacific counties with professional HVAC duct cleaning and dryer vent system cleaning. Residential and commercial customers, call me 503-717-2231.
Lucky Duct with a T, LLC. Your HVAC contractors. Clatsop and Pacific counties. Residential and commercial. Trained and professional technicians. Visit us online. Lucky Duct with a T, LLC.
This is ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to CMH Field. We've got 12 on the clock, and the captains on the field for the Fishermen, 0, 2, 10, and 14.
Quinn Gore, Braden Winterstein. We got Hudson Hill and Sam Shacker.
Hudson Hill not in the starting lineup, at least for the announced starting lineup, and I think that's because Astoria is starting their offense, so I'm sure a defensive captain there representing the Fishermen, and I wouldn't be surprised. I believe Shacker got in a little bit at safety as well with the starting linebacker job. We'll see if he still maintains a spot on defense. I wouldn't be surprised to see Quinn Gore with his speed and athleticism out there playing at least somewhere in the defensive back. It'd almost be a waste to take away his leaping ability, from that position on defense. So we'll see if he goes both ways, wide receiver and defensive back, as a lot of these kids end up going both ways at this level. It's just kind of what happens. You play a little offense, play a little defense, maybe get a breather on special teams. We'll see.
We'll see.
A lot of times that's not the case either. So we have got it split up after the coin toss. Astoria will receive, moving left to right. The Bulldogs will kick off from the right side of the field, at least from where we're positioned in the press box, overlooking what we like to call the shed, the locker rooms across the way, and the softball field over on the other side. The state championship softball field for the girls. Congratulations.
That was what a heck way to end that last season.
Indeed, it was.
Game. Wow.
I believe that we're also going to get a performance by the state championship pizzazz dance team at halftime here. So we'll be cutting away talking about things, and those in attendance will get to see them perform. And congratulations to the Astoria girls putting together some strong performances. The basketball team just short in the championship game a couple years back, or a year ago back, and it's going to be an exciting season for the Fishermen. Excited to see it here as the Fishermen line up to receive. It looks like going back to receive for the Fishermen, it will be Archer Hawkins.
Yep, number 6, Jacob Buros.
And senior Jacob Buros will go back to return. It looks like that is actually Archer Hawkins lining up to block, and Huber is the other kid I see. Number 3, Cannon Huber, back on the football squad this year, ready to receive from the Bulldogs. For the Bulldogs, I believe that is a number 9 getting set to kick off, Connor Johnson, the junior quarterback and defensive back. And here we go. The whistle has blown. The officials dropped his arm, and the 2025 season is underway with a kickoff bouncing at the 25, picked up and taken back. Buros isn't going to get very far as he gets it up to the 22, maybe a couple of yards on the return, as it took a while to dribble to him. And he sets the Fishermen up just past the 20, and that's where the Fishermen will start their 2025 campaign against the Bulldogs, the North Bend Bulldogs, here at CMH Field. Both teams set. Astoria huddles up. Shacker gets the call, looks at the wristband, and relays the first play of the season in. Defensive front for the Bulldogs, going with the 4-man line, and big 77, Maddox Singleton, big boy up front, taking up a lot of space on that line.
Yeah, he sure is.
Man in motion, and it is a jet sweep. Gore's got it. He's going to come around the end. He's going to clear the 26 up to the 30. Good run by Gore. That'll leave for about 3 yards, 2.5 maybe, to pick up first down. Good run by Quinn as he comes around the edge. Got some good blocks.
Yeah, great first play.
Great start to the drive. Fishermen, young team the last couple of years, struggled a little bit in trying to maintain possession of the ball. They'd have a couple of good plays, and then
usually a silly holding call or
something silly, a turnover or a bad offensive penalty. Let's see if they can clean that up early here with a 4 wide receiver set. They send 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Out of shotgun, Shacker moves his running back up next to him. That is
going to be good for a first down, though, Rob. That's number 4.
Quick little throw over the top. Sawyer Rashawn. In the backfield for the Fishermen is senior Jack Johnson. We saw some good things out of him just a short time ago, and on the team this year in the backfield. First down for the Fishermen. 2 plays. First down. Quick little throw over the middle for Shacker, and the Fishermen now set up with a 3 wide receiver set to the right. In the middle of the field, no strong side to speak of. Gore moves in motion, leaving Shacker by himself. Quick screen, and it is blocked well. Huber's got it, and out at the 40. A nice 6-yard pickup there.
Take this all day long, Rob.
Nice block by Gore. Got out in front of that and tied up his man. It disengaged in the tackle eventually happened, but it was good initial contact by Gore and didn't hold. Didn't grab him, didn't pull him. It was a clean block, and the defender disengaged and ended up getting to the tackle. But heck, after a 5-6 yard pickup, you'll take it for sure.
Definitely, especially on a first down.
Two backs in the backfield. It is Gore and Johnson now is Shacker. Gore in the up position looking to move. Linebacker moves into the gap. Looks like they're bringing pressure, and they come up the middle, but they run the other way. Good change. Going to give them just a yard as Johnson is able to escape. They beat the blitz a little bit by running the other way. The blitz was coming up the right side, or the left side if you're looking at it from the offensive perspective. Defensively, they were coming up the right gap there, and the offense was able to hold on. Fishermen were able to sneak out a few yards, and so now faced with their first third down. It is 3rd and 3. What do the Fishermen decide to do here? They're going to send 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and keep Johnson in the backfield. Out of shotgun, Shacker waits for the snap. Linebackers come. Looks like they're coming indeed, and it's going to be a fade toss, and it's caught. Wow. Over the top, stepping out of bounds, though, at the 33-yard line. What a great fade pass to Braden Winterstein, who beat his man, and Shacker just had to lob it in there.
And just basket catch.
What a great touch pass by Shacker to, first of all, watch the 2 middle linebackers step up in the hole, and basically they were coming.
They sure were.
Fisherman defense not on the field yet today. Fisherman offense moving the ball, and they are moving well. Down to the 31-yard line, they break huddle. North Bulldog defense spreads out. Well, the linebackers step back into the gap. Shacker looks. He's got 3 to his left, 1 to his right. He's going to roll to his left. He's got the short receiver if he wants him. He looks long and throwing it up and caught at the 7-yard line. Going up to get it. I told you it'd be a waste to keep Quinn Gore's leaping abilities on the sideline on defense, and they used him on offense. Holy smokes. Skies up to the 7.
Play. Wow. 24-yard.
Double coverage. Shacker throws it up. Gore leaps up and grabs it. What a great play. 1st and goal. Now from the 8 is where they're going to call it, not the 7. It was on the far side of the field, and what a great job by Gore and Shacker to hook up there. Gore this time moves himself to the right side of the formation with, that is, Winterstein on the wide receivers position, Huber, and then Gore lined up in trips to the right. Shacker waits for the snap. He's got a man in motion, and the jet sweep is coming in, cutting up the middle, and stacked up. It's going to be almost a no gain for Trevor Morrow, who was trying to come around on the jet sweep, trying to cut it inside, and played well by the defense of the Bulldogs there. Going to be just a short gain, maybe a yard, but positive yardage, so take it.
Definitely.
8 minutes to go here in the first quarter, 0-0. Shacker gets the call from Rube on the sideline and runs it in. Got those big boys on the defensive line breathing hard for the Bulldogs. The Fishermen do right now. Maddox Singleton would like to catch a break, and so would Caleb Delph, his cohort in the middle. Hands on hips, breathing hard, and Shacker stands alone in the backfield with wide receivers spread out, 4 to the right. Coming in motion is Morrow again. They fake it. This time Shacker keeps it, finds a gap up the middle. He's going to be just shy of the end zone. Maybe a yard and a half.
Yeah, it's hard to see from this angle, Rob, but yeah, it looks like 2 yards.
He found a gap in the middle and was able to squeeze through. What a great job. They ran basically the same play, except
it was a keeper.
They didn't give it to Morrow.
Yeah.
And Shacker just followed the lead block. So Gore and Morrow will come off the field here as the Fishermen line up in the heavy set. On 3rd down, 3rd and goal to go. Shacker this time goes under center. Rube's got 3 backs in the backfield, and it is a handoff deep. Johnson is going to be just shy. Did he squeeze in? The official runs in. Fishermen say yes. The official says no.
Wow.
It'll be 4th and a fist, I think, is what we're basically looking at here. He's just shy by a fist.
Do you think they're going to go for it, Rob?
Yeah, boy, I'd tell you I'd be shocked if they didn't line up that heavy set again.
As a Seahawks fan, I know you usually throw from this position.
I think that might be in their best interest to maybe go under center and look at that quarterback sneak. Now, the Bulldogs do have some heft in that center. They're about 600 pounds sitting right in the middle of that defensive line for the Bulldogs, and the Fishermen are going to quarterback keeper, and Shacker's going to pick up the Fishermen's very first touchdown of the season with 6:12 on the clock. The Fishermen take an early lead at 6-0 in this contest. Great job by Shacker to punch it in. And, of course, now we wait for the extra point. We see what the Fishermen have in store here. They've had a kicker on the roster in the last few years and have chose to use Winterstein as a kicker most of the time. And Winterstein, once again, will line up. So 6-0 is where we stand right now. Winterstein steps back. And the extra point after touchdown is, wait for the whistle, there's the snap, and up, and it is good. So the Fishermen take their opening drive, a long drive, knocking just under 6 minutes off the clock, 5 minutes and 48 second drive, as the Fishermen take a long drive, an effective drive, just a couple of third downs faced, and from the goal line, a couple of punch-ins, and they just stick one right in
great looking offense.
Early, no stupid penalties.
None.
It was clean, and that has been the Astoria Fishermen Achilles' heel as we look back in the last couple of years. They would do something like this. They'd get down to the 20, the 30.
They'd have a big play, and then they'd
get a couple of holding penalties or something silly that would just
it's just learning to play the game.
Right? And that comes with a young team. I'm not trying to dog on the Astoria Fishermen for their past regression, but this is a good movement, at least watching this opening drive. It was efficient. It was clean. There was some good blocking. There was some chances to get some holds, and they didn't.
They didn't.
They did a great
took
job.
A smart play. Heads up ball. What great QBing, I got to say.
They did a really good job. Nice throws on the drive. Shacker ends up punching it in with a quarterback sneak with about 6 inches out after a couple of good plays on the goal line. But the Fishermen execute. They punch one in, and now they line up to kick this thing off, leading 7-0 with 6:12 in the first quarter.
Braden
Winterstein will do the duties as the Fishermen wear the gold pants and purple tops. Good kick, end over end. It's going to be in the air and fielded at the 15 and taken. And a great tackle. Holy cow.
That was
Silas Yates.
Caden Huber grabbed him.
Michael Lucero Jr. was the return man, and Yates got in there and tangled him up by the ankles, and then it was Huber finishing him off up top, trying to knock the ball loose at the end. What a great job gang tackling there, getting in and stopping things at the 25-yard line. The North Bend Bulldogs will now get to show off their offense, and they are showing off a very large high school offensive line.
Yeah.
57, 77, 79, and the little tackle on the end, number 63. We don't have heights and weights on these young gentlemen on the roster, but I tell you what.
There's some big boys.
There's some big offensive line. Look for them to try to get behind that and protect their quarterback as they line up to throw in the first play. And a nice reaching grab for 12 yards over the middle.
43 for the Bulldogs. That's going to be Hunter Christensen.
What a great job reaching up over the defender and snatching that one out of the air. Immediately tackled. Fisherman did a good job of tackling, but Connor Johnson put that up where only his receiver could get it. And if his receiver doesn't get it, you just hope it slips through his fingers and falls safely to the turf, which it probably would have done. Fisherman, really, that one's just a tough one to defend. Quick little post pattern in the middle. He's got the height and the size, and now the Fishermen walk up a linebacker looking to blitz. They hold back, and the run goes nowhere. Good job by the Fishermen there. See if I can catch a couple of numbers coming out of looks like Brito, MJ Brito.
Adrian Bally.
And Bally in there to wrap things up, mess things up. Fisherman defensive line, I'm going to say, is not huge.
No.
Adrian Bally. Zach Rimmel, I believe, is also in there at times. MJ Brito. And Arthur Duryea, of course, in the defensive line. Quarterback pulls it back, looks. He's going to take off and run with it. He's off to the right side. He's got 7, gets tangled up, stacked up, and the officials finally blow him dead after a scrum, after a pretty good gain up to the 45-yard line. He wanted to come left on a little quick pass. It wasn't there.
He slipped through 2 missed grabs from Astoria, but he did get some yardage there. It looks like they're going to give him 7 yards.
That is a making something out of nothing play because he did look off to his left. That's where he wanted to go, where the trips wide receiver set, and it wasn't there. He stopped and ran the other way, and the Fishermen were unexpecting it there because they expected it to go the other way.
That's right.
He's got trips to the left again in shotgun. That once again is number 9 for the Bulldogs. The handoff up the middle is going to get them probably a first down there.
Ball comes loose, and it looks like Astoria recovered, Rob.
Astoria's saying they did. Connor Johnson handed off, and they're going to move the sticks. So after the play, possibly, after the knee was down already, instead first down at the 48-yard line. Not going to argue that ball came loose, but I think it was after he was down, or at least the whistle blew. But, hey, if you're the Fishermen, you're going to try to lobby for it.
Heck yeah.
Same setup, trips to the left for Johnson. He looks off to his right. A handoff is given, and a 3-yard gain. The senior squeaks around the end. Jackson Swanson.
He can put those boots to the ground, Rob. He's speedy.
He's a speedy and pretty healthy running back. He's a good size running back as well.
Yeah.
You can see it from here. He's got some pretty good legs, and he's got himself a good career with the Bulldogs, at least talking to their radio guy. And as a senior, they're expecting some pretty good things from him. So the North Bend Bulldogs looking to answer here with under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Astoria leads this one early, 7-0. The snap out of shotgun. Johnson looks, he's pressured, and Duryea can't get it, and off to the side. No! Gore leaps in front of it, and it goes off his chest. And I misannounced that. That was not Duryea. That was Adrian Bawley that came around on the end, tried to lay down the quarterback, and
he made contact.
He did indeed.
Carry him down, but it made him throw in a rush and nearly intercepted.
The ref just goes over and pats him on the hip as Johnson is getting up a little bit slow. Ref walked over and kind of gave him the old pat on the hip, arm around the waist, like, we good, kid?
You good?
Are we good?
Yeah.
I mean, these officials that come out and do these games, they first and foremost, they're looking forward to these kids, or to helping these kids.
Yeah.
And want to make sure that he's safe. He did take a pretty good shot getting stretched out. So now on a 3rd and 7, Bulldogs out of shotgun look. Quick pass is not there. Bawley tries to tip it down. Not going to happen.
Flag.
Fishermen get a couple of missed tackles and sneaking out. Lazaro is going to get out to the 40-yard line for a first down. But you may have heard my broadcast partner in the middle of that play scream flag. And there is one laying at the 50-yard line, and that is in the area on that short, quick pass for holding or an illegal block.
That's exactly what's going on, Rob.
And an illegal block is what it is. An illegal block to the back was the signal from the official. So it will be 3rd and a lot longer.
Yep. That's not what the Bulldogs wanted right now.
They'll scoot that back another 10 yards. There's block in the back from the official. The white hat officially reports it. They march it backwards. Hold or block in the back. It's a devastating penalty, and that's exactly what the Fishermen need here to help with this 3rd down, as they did relinquish it on the play, thanks to the help of that block in the back, I'm sure.
That's right.
So Quinn Gore out here at cornerback, closest to us on the numbers with his trips wide receiver on the far side. The officials want the clock wound at 3:32. It's moving. We got it. White hat gives the thumb up. We blow the whistle, and here we go. 3rd and a long way to go. Looking. Quarterback steps up into the pocket. He's past the line of scrimmage. Fishermen look to attack, and he's going to get a heck of a run. And
going to get the first down, Rob.
I think he's going to get it by about a foot. Johnson went back, couldn't find anybody, and because the Fishermen were all basically had their heads turned playing defense to the man, to the wide receiver, did not see that the quarterback was scrambling and coming.
Yeah.
And by then the defensive line was making penetration and then kind of got behind things and just couldn't catch him. So Bulldogs escape with a big 3rd down conversion there. And now from the 41-yard line, out of shotgun, quarterback will go on a design keeper. And nice stick by the Fisherman. I believe that was Jacob Silver.
This is what I'm seeing.
26 came up and stuck the quarterback. It was a good run, but 26 let him know that he's going to be there in the middle of the field if he wants to try it again. 5-yard pickup. Fishermen took almost half of the entire first quarter, and the Bulldogs are chewing up a majority here of the rest of it. 2:10 to go. Handoff up the middle. A nice cut back up the middle, and it's going to be about a 6-yard gain and another first down for the Bulldogs as Swanson finds some space. Crowd starting to fill in. A little earlier kickoff tonight. Usually 7 o'clock. Tonight 6 under sunny skies on a Friday night. Crowd filling in. The North Bend Bulldogs on the opposite side soaking up a little extra sun tonight. For the Fishermen on defense, They line up and look. Quick pass is coming this way, and it is going to be Hawkins making initial contact. Receiver gets free, but Gore wrestles him down. And I believe that Gore is going to get a loss on the play of about 2, maybe 1.5 yards. I think he's going to lose some forward momentum.
Yeah.
Because he regained after he stripped the tackle of Hawkins.
Yeah.
And then Gore came in to clean it up. Now they pushed the ball up a little bit. They gave him some forward momentum back.
I think they're going to just say no gain.
And it is going to be pretty much no gain. I think you're right there, Bob. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 30. Out of shotgun, looking right. Pass is missed. And oh, man.
Number 3, that is Keane Huber, just about grabbed it.
That was right there. And he was looking at the receiver, not at the ball. And I think had he been looking at the ball a little bit more, had he been ball hawking instead of receiver hawking, he might have had
that would have been his
pick
ball.
and a darn near 6.
Yeah.
He was moving fast, and I think if he'd have snatched it, he'd have been hard to catch.
And he has the boots and the speed to do it.
So instead, it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Johnson and Jackson in the backfield. Coming in motion is number 13. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. They're going to try to run this one, and they're going to push the ball up to almost a first down again.
That kid is just tough to take down.
He is tough to take down indeed. They bounce out to the right side and after scrapping a couple of tackles off.
Jackson Swanson.
And we're going to roll the clock. So with 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter, we'll see if the Bulldogs
4 inches
pull a play out on 4th and just inches. I mean, they've got it marked off at maybe a half a yard, but it is not far. Out of shotgun, it's going to be a quarterback keeper all the way. He's going to find the space and get wrapped up, tangled up, and go no further than the 16-yard line maybe.
Yeah, it's good for first down, though.
It will move the chains, and it will probably end the first quarter. And it looks like both teams will walk it off, and we'll take a quick timeout, catch our breath, and come back for quarter 2 with the Fishermen leading 7-0 and the North Bend Bulldogs threatening here on ESPN 106.3.
Marathon season is just around the corner, so quit running errands and start running for fun with North Coast Runners in Astoria. Stop in for nutrition on the go, info on local running groups, recommendations on where to run on the North Coast, and of course, all the gear you need, including being your Lululemon destination on the coast. Whether you're in Seaside, Napa, Astoria, Warrenton, or anywhere in between, North Coast Runners supports student athletes with available discounts. Check out northcoastrunners.com for more. Lace up and don't stop.
Hi, folks. These sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891.
This is ESPN Radio.
Back here at CMH Field, Fishermen lead this one 7-0 against North Bend. Season opener, and North Bend is threatening. They are inside the 20, now sitting at the 16-yard line as they swap ends of the field. And the Bulldogs will be moving left to right now here as the Fishermen and Bulldogs square off in their Week 0 contest. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Rob Koetz, joined by Bob Wilkie, and we are here on ESPN 106.3, and hopefully new this year. You can also find us streaming this game live on YouTube Live. Visit our YouTube channel at ESPN 106.3 Astoria. You'll find it there, and you can go live and listen to this contest from just about anywhere. Short handoff up the middle goes almost nowhere. Just a short gain by Swanson. The senior falls forward to grab a couple for them as they are now looking at a 2nd and 8. And still a first down to be had.
2nd and 6, Rob.
Well, the scoreboard says 6. The sticks say 8. The scoreboard has been off for most of the contest, so I'm ignoring it. At least for now. North Bend out of shotgun. Moves wide receiver across the lineup. That is Lucero.
Ooh,
and they're going to go the other way. Quarterback keeps it, tries to stretch out, almost loses the ball. It'll be another short gain, bringing up another 3rd down, and this is where the Fishermen have struggled so far. They've allowed a couple of big 3rd down conversions here on a 3rd and about 7. They need a big stop here. If nothing else, force them into a potential turnover on downs or a field goal attempt if you can try.
Yeah.
Shacker's throwing on the sideline here to one of the younger players, Cody Johnson, Jr. Got the gloves on, keeping his arm warm on a long drive. Bulldogs have had the ball for over 6 minutes themselves. The throw, and across the middle, caught. Fishermen stack him up. Is it on the goal line? No, he's going to roll him in. On the tackle was Hudson Hill, but the tackle drug him into the end zone, so it's going to be 6 points for the Bulldogs. Nice connection there. And I believe that was number 1, the junior Lucero with the catch. Hill with the tackle, rolls him into the end zone, so the Bulldogs will now kick. Nope, they're going to line up to go for 2, indicating no kicker on staff. Fishermen line up on defense. The throw, run, and stacked up. They're going to punch it in, so the Bulldogs will take 2 as they get the 2-point conversion in. Tried to throw it in, couldn't find anybody, but talented quarterback able to sneak it in. Connor Johnson, the quarterback, runs up, stuffs it in to take the lead. Now 8-7 with 10:39 to go here in the second quarter. The Fishermen had the ball for 5 minutes and 48 seconds, and the Bulldogs took the rest of that time, plus a little extra here in the second, to punch in their touchdown. So both teams only one possession so far, Bob.
That's right. Good-looking offense and defense on both teams.
Both squads running some long, drawn-out offensive drives and making them pay. So one possession, like I said, one possession for each team. The Fishermen got it first, marched down the field, took almost 6 minutes, and scored. Bulldogs got the kickoff, and they took just over 6.5 minutes to get their score. So
1 point separating them. Difference between a kicker and a run-in.
Yep, pretty much. So Fishermen need to find some stops. They had some opportunities in that opening drive of the Bulldogs, and that is really, if you're Coach Rube and the coordinator's new defensive coordinator for the Fishermen, we should talk about that. Garrett Long, Kurt Bradley Davis, Doug Walsh, Ralph Steinbach, and Jeremy Poyer helping out on defense this year.
Poyer,
the bigger, younger brother.
That name seems familiar, Rob.
Signing once again with the Bills this week. So went down and tried a season with Miami. Didn't like it. Going back to Buffalo. Kickoff from the Bulldogs is a low liner, and it's going to go out of bounds. No. Yes, it does. Okay, it went out of bounds right in front of a Fisherman and then bounced back in. The official was there and caught it, and so it will be an illegal procedure, technically, the call, and a penalty on the kicker. That should put the ball, I believe, in high school at the 40, 35. Maybe it looks like 35. I know the rules.
As soon as we learn them, they change them.
That's right. I'm pretty sure they haven't changed that one in a while, but either way.
I was just trying to give you some.
Trying to give me an out?
That's right.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that. 10:39 here in the second quarter. The Fishermen find themselves down by 1, 8-7. The Bulldogs have the lead after both teams score on their first drive, and the Fishermen now with their second opportunity line up and send 3 receivers to the right. And the Bulldogs in defensive formation don't look like they're bringing the blitz. Johnson runs up the middle, gets tangled up. It'll be a short gain, but a gain nonetheless, as coming in on the defensive side of the ball is, I believe that was Jack Swanson, the linebacker, running back, coming in to make the play.
Man, there's some big boys on that line for North Bend.
They've got some big defensive linemen without a doubt. 77 is one of them. He is probably their largest, Maddox Singleton, the senior. And that's a big kid.
Yeah.
Fishermen now with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Johnson in the backfield with Shacker. Shacker looks left. Now the fade coming this way. It's up. It's caught.
Oh, wow.
Catch at the 40-yard line, going up to
Trevor Morrow.
Rip it out of the air. Goes up over the defender, grabs it, and comes down. Not a great throw, but a great connection nonetheless.
Yeah. That's good for 30 yards, Rob.
What a great catch and throw in the end. The throw was in trouble, but Maddox bails out his quarterback, goes up and snatches the ball out of the air and comes down at the 40-yard line. So with 9:30 to go, the Fishermen are back in business with a first down and sending 3 receivers to the right. Shacker waits for it. Got The pitch, and that one's going nowhere.
It's going to be a loss of 6, it looks like.
Jacob Burrows was in the backfield with Shacker. They tried the old option play, and Shacker wisely pitched it, but wisely pitched it to a covered guy. So either way, that was going to go. Neither guy was open. The Bulldogs did a great job of covering up both ends.
They had those boys locked up.
So whether Shacker kept it or pitched it, it was going to be a disaster. I guess the only thing sometimes you look at as the coach is just take the first disaster before you pitch a fumble. But, the quarterback did the right thing and made his guy come up and initiate contact before the pitch. So you hope your running back can sneak free. This time Shacker's going to look. He's looking over the middle and throws that right to the defender.
34.
He was looking for Huber across the middle.
Drakkar Funk nearly had that picked.
And he turned his head and found the ball headed towards his face, and I think the only reason he didn't catch it is because it surprised him.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I'm not supposed to catch.
Well, this isn't supposed to happen. So now with a 3rd and 15, it's going to be a tough conversion for the Fishermen here on their second possession. They trail in this one by just a point after they scored and got the PAT. The Bulldogs scored and got the 2-point conversion. 8-7 the score. And the Fishermen now trying to get some yards back, and you'd like to get at least close, give yourself a chance to maybe think about a 4th down if you need it. They've got 15 to go, and Shacker's all by himself with 3 receivers to his right. He rolls that way and looks. He's going deep, double coverage, and out throws Gore out of bounds. It would have been a great throw on the sideline as they were trying to connect right there on the sideline as Gore was running away. Defense was there and could not quite keep up with Gore, but the throw led him a little too far out of bounds.
Yep.
It looks like the Fishermen are going for a wholesale change here, which usually indicates the punt team. And from this position on the field, the other side, on the 45, the other side of the 50 on the 45, Gore has a chance, as it looks like the punter, to push the Bulldogs deep. Gore does not punt.
Number 6 for Astoria, that's going to be Jacob Burrows.
Gore was lined up deep. Nope, it's going to be the fake. Gore's got it on a short one, pitches it Burrows. Burrows can't free, and the Bulldogs hold him for no gain. Fishermen tried to get tricksy there, and it didn't work. North Bend not sleeping on that one. They'll take over on downs at the 45. So our first unofficial turnover of the game is a turnover on downs. 8:30 to go here in the second quarter. Bulldogs, pretty decent field position. Will now try to move the ball against the Fishermen once again. The defense did a pretty good job against the Bulldogs. They had some 3rd downs that the Fishermen should have not let them convert. They did. Not due to penalty or anything silly, just a couple of conversions that the Bulldogs were able to come away with. Fishermen line up against the Bulldogs. This time the run up the middle is for about 6, maybe 7, it looks like, as the running back falls forward.
That was number 11 for them. That is going to be Parker Pruitt,
the junior, with a strong run up the middle. Pushes the ball to a 2nd and 3. They need to get to about the 45, the other side of the 50. Go from the 45 to the 45, get 10 yards, and go nowhere. 2 wide receivers on either side. This time the quarterback keeper. He's going to keep it, try to bounce out to the left side. He's got the first, misses one missile tackle.
And ends up with an extra 5.
He'll end up just right close to the 40. They might put him at the 41. We'll see what the scrum comes up with on the other side. The official looks like he's walking it in just shy of the 40, so.
Yep, going to be right at the
41.
41.
I guess just shy of this side of the 40. 41 yards to go for the Bulldogs, and another set of downs to work with. 2 receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, back in the backfield. And on the line, and the quarterback waits in shotgun, looks across the middle. It is up in the air and handled.
Well caught by number 43.
Hunter Christensen goes up and snatches one out of the air.
He had 3 Astoria defenders on him.
He went up, pulled that down. The Fishermen were able to get there and make the tackle, but couldn't bump the ball loose. And so it'll be another 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Move the ball efficiently in this drive.
Yep.
7-10 here in the second quarter. The Fishermen trail by 1. They need a stop here against the Bulldogs. They've already proven they don't have much of a kicking game, so I would imagine that just about everything's going to be 4th and go as quarterback keeper comes into play, and quarterback's going to sneak free and get loose and go into the end zone after they fake the inside handoff. Quarterback runs it up the middle, and we've got a flag in the backfield at about the 25-6-yard line. And it is indeed. The Bulldogs are walking backwards a little dejected.
Yeah, I saw that hold.
It took the abrasion right out of their cella. Just under 7 minutes to go.
It's like, I don't think he's supposed to be doing that.
Flag comes in, and it is a hold officially. So that is going to change it from a touchdown to a 1st and 20.
All the way back to the, 36?
About the 36 is where they'll spot the ball. So that's a huge break for the Fishermen right now.
Yeah.
So far, not a ton of penalties, just a couple. And North Bend has been the culprit so far. The Fishermen make a couple of defensive adjustments. They move some people around. Quarterback looks. He's got a receiver in the middle. It is dropped.
Oh, popped out by number 29 for Astoria.
Good job by Landon Reed to get there.
Put his paw in and said, nope.
That ball was up in the air. The wide receiver had his hand extended, and Reed come in there and knocked it loose. Under 7 minutes to go. 6:47 is what's on the clock, and now a 2nd and 20 for the Bulldogs after the failed pass attempt. For the Fishermen, defensively, they line up, look to cover, and the Bulldogs look to throw, and a deep one. Receiver is there and drops it, as there are 4 Fishermen and 2 Bulldogs. And I almost thought we could have got another holding penalty, as I believe that was number 56 for the Fishermen, Adrian Bali, coming in. And it looked like that the tackle might have had his arm around his waist a little bit, but
he was just saying hi.
Sometimes the officials will let that go if it's short enough.
Yeah.
If your arm drops because you're being pulled or twisted, as long as you release, as long as you don't make an intent, sometimes the officials will be like, sometimes these things just happen.
Sure.
Quick throw out to the left, and it's going to get tucked into the middle and getting hit hard.
Yeah.
Michael Lucero goes down hard.
Winterstein hit him good.
They got about 11 yards on the play, on the 3rd down play, so it's going to be a 4th and 9. And I think we talked about it a little bit earlier. Not much of a kicking game for North Bend. At least they haven't shown one yet.
We haven't seen it.
Kickoffs haven't been extremely strong, and they scored the touchdown and immediately lined up for 2. So I would think that from 4th and 8 here, they're going for it, and it does indeed look like that's what they're lining up to do. Connor Johnson lines up in shotgun. It is Swanson in the backfield with him. He does look to throw. He looks. He's got somebody in the middle, and he misses him. Receiver goes in. Pass comes out. It'll be a turnover on downs. So our 2nd turnover of the game is a turnover on downs. This time, a attempt to go for it on a 4th and 8 for the Bulldogs results in the Fishermen getting the ball back. Not quite as good as what the Fishermen gave the Bulldogs in the end, or in their turnover on downs. Of course, the Fishermen tried a sneaky punt. The Gore to Huber toss did not pay off, and instead, the Fishermen defense holds up. So they'll change the sticks to a 1st and 10, and it'll be the Fishermen's ball from the 25-yard line. 5:55 to go in the half. In the first half here, early kickoff at 6 o'clock for the Fishermen and Bulldogs on week 0. And for the Fishermen, Shacker looks back at his coaches, shading himself from the sun. 2 receivers on either side of him, and he takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson, who loses the ball. And the officials run in.
There's a point in Astoria's.
I believe that was Johnson who was able to get back on it.
Yeah, number 21, Jack Johnson.
And it looks like maybe just a foot is all they're going to get as far as yardage gain. Gore's going to come out, and Hawkins will check back in. Shacker's going to get the call from Rube right on the sideline at the numbers. 5:20 to go here in the half. 2nd down for the Fishermen, basically 2nd and 10. There wasn't much of a gain, if any, on that first play. The Fishermen do survive by not turning the ball over. 2 receivers on the left, 1 to the right. Two backs in the backfield. Little sun in Shacker's eyes here. We'll see if that affects any of the play calling. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to bring the blitz, and they do, but Johnson is going to squeak through for a decent gain. About 4, 5.
I think he's going to be 6 there, Rob.
Decent gain will result in a chance for the Fishermen to contemplate what to do for a third down.
They're going to hold him to 5.
At this position of the field on the 35 or the 30-yard line, the Fishermen have a choice with 4.5 to go, and that is try to get the first down, all of it here, or make sure you at least get close. And if you have a 4th and short, do you try to punch it forward?
That's right.
High school ball, you never know what's in store with these coaches. They're always trying to outthink themselves. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shacker looks, checks, he's got the call, and he gets the ball, looks immediately to the quick pass, and coming back this way is Gore trying to find some space. He won't get a lot.
He's not going to get any.
It looks like he's going to get stacked up, not quite going down, but he's going to get pushed backwards by a long ways and get maybe half a foot, if we're going to call it that. Didn't get a lot. They moved the stick just a touch, so it's going to be 4th and we'll call it 4. It wasn't much of a yardage gain, and it looks like the Fishermen are going to line up to punt here, as going back is Braden Winterstein. Fishermen in punt formation once again. Now, they did fake it the last time, but it was a different formation.
It was.
Gore was the middleman. This time it is not Gore, it's Hudson Hill. And this time it goes to Winterstein, who lines it up, gets it off his foot. Nice end-over-end kick, should get a good bounce. Goes straight up in the air and stops, and now it rolls for the Fishermen back to the 30-yard line, but it's going to be spotted where it was first touched, I believe. Maybe not first touched up there. So it's going to be spotted at the 31-yard line. So with 3:06 to go, not necessarily a bad idea for the Fishermen. See if they can hold the Bulldogs once again. If the Fishermen can go into halftime here at 7-8,
give them some breathing room and regroup,
come back out, see what they can come up with. Now, the Bulldogs will get the ball to start the second half as the Fishermen received. So Fishermen would love to be able to capitalize here at the end of the half, but you'd also love to not let the other team capitalize at the end of the half as well. So Bulldogs have an opportunity here to score, get the ball back, and score again and make this a very difficult contest. So for the Fishermen, it's tighten the buckles and get a stop.
See if you can't punch that ball out and maybe get an interception right now.
Let's see if you can't turn that last couple of minutes into some benefit for yourself. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. The handoff up the middle is
great stop.
Stuffed.
Loss of 2.
I believe that was Duryea piling up into the middle there. One of the players, also Hudson Hill from the linebacking position, came up to clean it up. But I believe initially that was Duryea. And I got to remember he's wearing 57, not 50 on the roster. So got to try to remember that. I immediately looked for 57. I'm like, I don't have that. That's Duryea.
You do?
He's a junior, made a lot, was a messy player last year. And I mean that for the other team. He was on the defensive line.
Break some stuff up.
He was a mess for the other team. That one handled right at the 50-yard line. The connection happens.
3 Astoria players to take him down.
15-yard catch and in a few yards.
Number 43 from North Bend. That's going to be Hunter Christensen.
The junior.
He is a tall, lanky kid.
He is, and I believe the opposing announcer came over and told us that he's about 6'4" now.
Yeah.
So he grew over the summer and he grew himself into a nice catch and run there. Let's see. Second quarter, just about 2:10 left here. Quarterback's going to hand it off up the middle. Stuffed again. And that is Hill.
Big loss.
And
they're going to mark him about 2-yard loss.
Silver was in there, and I believe that was Colt Kelly, one of the other defensive linemen for the Fishermen, the other side of the line. Interior defensive lineman stacking that one up, and they pushed him back for about an 8-yard loss, but forward progress is going to be a 2-yard loss, so great job by the Fishermen there.
Yeah, collapse that running game on him.
Quarterback stands in shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, looks up the center, he gets a little pressure, he's able to escape, goes up, and it looks like Hill is going to wrap him up just short of the first down, and quarterback doesn't go down. Hill releases, and he does go down, but no extracurricular there. It's whistle blew, he let go.
Yep.
He was already... honestly, Hill could have probably held on to him and held him up.
Yeah.
But when the whistle blows,
You
you're let go. You disengage, right? So that's what happened. And
here comes Big 77 out, Rob.
Big 77 and 79 in the middle. They're gonna
need a train whistle for when he comes running
boy,
out.
oh boy, those two guards. I would not be surprised if this is not an interior run. They hold up and coming in on the blitz.
Sack.
Fishermen get there. That is Silver. And cleaning it up is number 55, Colt Kelly. Silver and Kelly come in to clean things up. Half a sack apiece, and now under 30 seconds to go.
There goes Choo Choo right back to the sideline.
And they get the big guys out, give them a puff. I think they were trying to make sure that the blitz couldn't get through, and Silver snuck by.
Yeah.
So now with a 4th and about 8, and under 15 seconds to go, it looks like that the Bulldogs may run this down and call a timeout with no time left to maybe take no timeout here. So under 5 seconds to go, they line up, and there it is. You get the timeouts, why the heck not use them?
That's
I was
right.
curious what that was about, and I think maybe some of that was to fool the fishermen too. But so with 2 seconds to go and a 4th and about 8 from the they're going to be lined up at the 39-yard line. The North Bend Bulldogs are going to basically go for not quite a Hail Mary, but a last attempt Hail Mary shot into the end zone.
Mary, right?
Yeah. I think once you get on the other side of the 50, it's more of a Hail Mary. This is going to be one of those things where you're just, if you're the fisherman, you're trying to be smart, don't be stupid, play prevent defense to a degree. Keep everything in front of you. I guarantee you that some of this speech is being given by Jeremy Poyer right now, the defensive coordinator. Keep it in front of you. Don't let anybody by you.
That's right.
Keep it in front of you. Don't let anybody by you.
That's right.
And keep it in front of you. I mean, there's only 2 things you need to do
your
here.
job, right?
Do your job. If you're the defensive lineman, this is another one of those positions where you might not actually fully rush the quarterback.
Yep.
You may put some pressure on, but you don't want to also create a situation
squeak him loose
where the quarterback, we've seen him be able to run, where he squeaks out because your defenders may not be looking back, maybe be guarding a receiver. They're going to look to throw, and he lines up. He's got the deep pass up and into the back of the Fisherman. No defensive penalty. Nope. It will hold. Trevor Morrow knocks it away. And that'll be halftime. The Fishermen and Bulldogs in an exciting contest so far as the 2 teams have gone back and forth a little bit. And we go to halftime at 8-7. We're going to take a quick timeout, get ready for the state championship pizzazz team. And it looks like some other dancers to come out and perform here at halftime. And we'll catch our breath and get ready to bring you the second half coming up in just a bit right here on ESPN 106.3.
Joe's Mobile. Fuel, diesel, groceries, snacks, beer, propane, hunting and fishing licenses, firewood, and so much more. 1701 Marine Drive in Astoria. Coming in, going out, or passing through Astoria. Joe's Mobile is your one stop where the people are friendly and the store is stocked with everything you need. All debit, EBT, and credit accepted. Joe's Mobile. Mobile Synergy fuel and diesel. Pump your own 24 hours a day at Joe's Mobile. Wait for it.
At Joe's Mobile.
Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at AstoriaFord.net.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
Hi, I'm Renee, contractor and owner of Lucky Duct LLC. Since 2011, we've provided Clatsop and Pacific counties with professional HVAC duct cleaning and dryer vent system cleaning. Residential and commercial customers, call me 503-717-2231.
Lucky Duct with a T, LLC. Your HVAC contractors. Clatsop and Pacific counties. Residential and commercial. Trained and professional technicians. Visit us online. Lucky Duct with a T, LLC.
The Peter Pan Market and Deli is the perfect place to gather for a quick snack and one of their signature sandwiches before the game. Enjoy covered outdoor seating or sit inside with beers and ciders on tap and wine by the glass. You can relax with friends before heading to the game. Make Peter Pan Market and Deli your morning stop too. Grab a coffee and a bagel or other breakfast treat before work. Order ahead at peterpan2go.com. Peter Pan Market and Deli, 712 Niagara Avenue, Astoria. Your local corner store and more.
Joe's Mobile in Astoria, the home of Mobile Synergy Fuel and Diesel. Also, last-minute groceries, snacks, cold beverages, hunting and fishing licenses, propane, firewood, and so much more. Pump your own fuel during overnight hours or get friendly full service during regular daytime hours. EBT and all credit and debit cards are accepted. Fuel and Diesel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Get your mojo on at Joe's Mobile.
1701 Marine Drive in Astoria. You're listening to Astoria High School Sports on 106.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to CMH Field, the home of the Fishermen, where they are hosting the North Bend Bulldogs tonight in a non-league contest. And here at CMH Field, our championship pizzazz dancers come out and performed. A great job by the girls. A good group of girls there. That program continues to grow and do great things. And at some point here, we're going to try to snag somebody off that team or coaches to bring them up here and interview them at halftime or before the game or at some point. I always like talking to those kids, all the kids. I mean, I know we do the play-by-play for football and basketball and softball, but that doesn't mean that we don't support volleyball and the soccer kids and and what else you got?
We'd be at everything if we had it.
It's just track and field and the cross-country teams. Everybody doing something. I don't care what you're doing in a high school. I think extracurricular stuff is always fantastic, and it doesn't have to be sports either.
No, exactly.
You know, if you're on the chess team, the debate team, theater, I don't know what else is available out there anymore. I know that we started some girls football. Which goes back to the sports world, but still, whether it's sports or other things, get out there and participate. If you're in high school, there is nothing more important than participating in your high school career, because believe it or not, at some point you turn over 40 and you look back and I wish that I maybe done something.
That's right.
So don't let it go by thinking it's the longest time of your life. It's a short 4 years. Take advantage of it. If you're a young kid out there debating on whether or not you want to go out for something, you know what? Go out for it.
Do it.
If you're terrible at it and you find out you don't like it, you know what? It's okay if you don't keep doing it, but you got to find out. There's nothing more important than that. Tonight we are finding out that the Fishermen look like a pretty good squad so far tonight.
It's really impressive, Rob.
So far it is an 8-7 contest, a low-scoring baseball game here at CMH Field today, and why not? We've got baseball weather as fall, sunshine, summer, late summer hangs around.
No thunderstorms. I'm going to take it.
No thunder, no rain. It is comfortable. I don't even think you need a light jacket. Maybe in the shade over here it might be handy, but tell you what, it is a gorgeous day. Still just a very light breeze, if we even want to say that there is one. And early kickoff at 6 o'clock has us set up with some sunshine just creeping across the field. Matter of fact, the shadows have crawled all the way across the field and are starting to touch the other sideline now. So as we look forward to the second half, I would imagine that some of the issues that maybe the quarterbacks or receivers have had in the at least sunshine department, looking back, trying to find the ball in the sun, that can be very difficult. And I don't think they're going to have those issues moving forward. The lights here will do a great job of keeping things lit up, and the Fishermen right now will make their attempt to light things up with just 10 minutes to go here in the half. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back around as the Fishermen and the North Bend Bulldogs continue to battle. It's Astoria for the North Bend Bulldogs this week. Next week they're off to take on Gladstone and Riverdale. For the Fishermen, they'll stay home to battle Staten, and we hope to have you right here on ESPN 106.3. And hopefully new this year, you can find us on ESPN 106.3 on the YouTube.
That's right.
The old YouTubes. We're making this old interwebs work for us, or at least trying.
We're trying. We've got a static image right now with the scoreboard going, but
you can tune in and live stream the game there. So if you can't quite get the reception, or you want to send reception off to Grandma and Grandpa, that's the best way to get it there.
It sure is.
Easy to find it. Just search for ESPN 106.3 Astoria, ESPN 106.3. Make sure you look for the Fishermen and the contest. We hope to put the Rube reports up there this year as well, so you'll be able to listen back on a few of those and find out who Coach Rube picked for all of his pro sports and how bad Dane gives him a bad time about it. All of that right there on the old interwebs. We enjoy you tuning in. Of course, the Coach's Show Rube Report will come your way traditionally at 6 o'clock on Friday nights on ESPN 106.3 live, and we'll try to post the show after it airs on our YouTube channel. So catch it live, and then you can go back and listen to it again in case you misheard that Rube picked the Bears instead of the Commanders. Or
we're going to have some accountability this year, right, Rob?
That's exactly it. I promise you he won't be picking the Cowboys anytime soon, or probably the Packers. But I'm sure he's got the Bears for week 1, and we'll find out coming up at our next Coach's Show on Friday night before we host Staten. And we'll bring you all of that and a whole lot more as we continue to get ready to go for our second half here tonight. Once again, the Fishermen trailed this one 7-8. They scored on their opening drive. So did the North Bend Bulldogs. And after that, we had a couple of drives from either team and a couple of turnover on downs, and nobody's been able to do anything with it. The Bulldogs will have the ball as we get the second half started, and the Fishermen will have to come out and play some more tough defense, and we'll have it for you coming up soon right here on ESPN 106.3.
Marathon season is just around the corner, so quit running errands and start running for fun with North Coast Runners in Astoria. Stop in for nutrition on the go, info on local running groups, recommendations on where to run on the North Coast, and of course, all the gear you need, including being your Lululemon destination on the coast. Whether you're in Seaside, Napa, Astoria, Warrenton, or anywhere in between, North Coast Runners supports student athletes with available discounts. Check out northcoastrunners.com for more. Lace up and don't stop.
Hungry? Thirsty? Craving something delicious? Get to the Peter Pan Market and Deli in Astoria. They've got your cravings covered, from fresh sandwiches and salads to gourmet coffee and snacks. The deli is stocked with hand-picked ingredients, ensuring the highest quality in every bite. Need groceries? You're covered there too, with a wide selection of necessities and locally sourced products. The Peter Pan Market and Deli at 712 Niagara Avenue in Astoria. Visit online at peterpantogo.com for online ordering options. Taste the difference at Peter Pan Market and Deli.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Hi folks, these sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891.
Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at astoriaford.net.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
This is ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to CMH Field. Just under 5 minutes before we get the second half underway. And once again here, we are at 8-7. I'm Rob Kovats, joined by Bob Wilkie once again this season, hopefully for the entire season.
Hoping to do that, Rob?
It's always kind of one of those extracurricular things. Bob is here. I pay him in cheeseburgers and football tickets.
That's right.
Usually to the games he's got to come work with me at. So that's how it goes. And, of course, we enjoy bringing you these contests. Always a lot of fun, and another good year lined up for the Fishermen. It's hard to believe it was just a week ago we were calling the state softball championship, and football is already here. It seems like
summer went quick.
It went by so fast. It feels like it feels literally to me like it was just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
we were down there at Oregon University at the old Duck Field at Jane Saunders Stadium, calling the Fishermen's championship run, and boy, I tell you,
that was a fun season.
That was a fun season for softball. We hope to have a good one this year as well. They're going to lose a couple of Big Three starters. The Big Three, Homestead, Kyle Lindell, and, of course, Maddie Wilkin. And that is going to be a couple of big losses for the Fishermen, pretty much decimating the left side of the defense, third and shortstop, and then pitcher, of course. But they've got some young stars coming up, so we'll see how the softball season rolls forward. Looking forward to a good basketball season as well. So for Bob and I and ESPN 106.3, it is going to be a full slate of games as we look forward to the rest of the football season, basketball, and, of course, softball a little bit later in the year. And we'll keep you up to date on, of course, when and where we'll be. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and follow the YouTube channel as well. You can also listen live at the games we're at. I think there's only going to be one game for football that we are unable to bring you, and that is the Malala contest in Malala. And that is because neither Bob and I want to drive there. Actually, it's because there's going to be a vacation that we were both taking at that time. So
our wives are dragging us out of town, kicking and screaming.
So, we're going to be out of town for that one, and we'll give you a chance to catch up on the season with, of course, the Rube Report and all that fun stuff as the season goes along. Make sure you tune in and catch that each and every Friday. That kicks off at about 6 o'clock on ESPN 106.3 as Athletic Director and Coach Howard Rube and superfan co-host Dane Gouge bring you all the latest in Astoria High sports. We're going to take another quick timeout. Teams are coming out of the locker room, and the second half is next right here on ESPN 106.3.
The Peter Pan Market and Deli is the perfect place to gather for a quick snack and one of their signature sandwiches before the game. Enjoy covered outdoor seating or sit inside with beers and ciders on tap and wine by the glass. You can relax with friends before heading to the game. Make Peter Pan Market and Deli your morning stop too. Grab a coffee and a bagel or other breakfast treat before work. Order ahead at peterpan2go.com. Peter Pan Market and Deli, 712 Niagara Avenue, Astoria. Your local corner store and more.
Joe's Mobile in Astoria, the home of mobile synergy fuel and diesel. Also, last-minute groceries, snacks, cold beverages, hunting and fishing licenses, propane, firewood, and so much more. Pump your own fuel during overnight hours or get friendly full service during regular daytime hours. EBT and all credit and debit cards are accepted. Fuel and diesel, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Get your mojo on at Joe's Mobile.
1701 Marine Drive in Astoria.
Marathon season is just around the corner, so quit running errands and start running for fun with North Coast Runners in Astoria. Stop in for nutrition on the go, info on local running groups, recommendations on where to run on the North Coast, and of course, all the gear you need, including being your Lululemon destination on the coast. Whether you're in Seaside, Napa, Astoria, Warrenton, or anywhere in between, North Coast Runners supports student athletes with available discounts. Check out northcoastrunners.com for more. Lace up and don't stop.
Hungry? Thirsty? Craving something delicious? Get to the Peter Pan Market and Deli in Astoria. They've got your cravings covered, from fresh sandwiches and salads to gourmet coffee and snacks. The deli is stocked with hand-picked ingredients, ensuring the highest quality in every bite. Need groceries? You're covered there too, with a wide selection of necessities and locally sourced products. The Peter Pan Market and Deli at 712 Niagara Avenue in Astoria. Visit online at peterpan2go.com for online ordering options. Taste the difference at Peter Pan Market and Deli.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Rue 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Hi, folks. These sports teams that we follow pride themselves on a long tradition of excellence. The same goes for the place you choose for your home loan. Northwest Lending Group is one of the longest continually operating mortgage lenders in Clatsop County. We've been here over 20 years. I invite you to give us a try. Let us show you how we've earned over 98% customer satisfaction rating. Find us at 1227 Commercial Street in Astoria, by phone at 503-325-4116, or apply online at nwlendinggroup.com.
Northwest Lending Group is an equal housing lender. NMLS 1469420, ML2891.
This is ESPN Radio on KKOR AM 1230 and 106.3 K2464BV, Astoria, Warrenton, Seaside. You're listening to Astoria High School Sports on 106.3 ESPN Radio.
Just in time for the second half. It is a close game here as the season opener for the Fishermen. And the Fishermen haven't seen a lot of success over the last few years. Wins have come at a premium. And tonight, they're giving themselves a chance as they head to halftime down by just a point. It is 8-7. And you might be looking at that score thinking, boy, it's been a struggle for the first half. It really hasn't. No. The opening drive for the Fishermen was nearly 6 minutes. The opening drive for the Bulldogs was nearly 7 minutes. And then they got into the second half of the second quarter, and that's where we had a long drive where the Bulldogs stalled out with a turnover and the Fishermen first.
Yep.
With the drive stalled out, turnover and downs. Then the Bulldogs turnover and downs. The Fishermen had a short drive. They punted it away. The Bulldogs got the ball back. They were making some noise, had a big penalty, and then the Fishermen did a great job of stopping the Bulldogs on a fourth down attempt. The time ran out, and that's it.
Yep. It's going to be Bulldog ball here in the second.
They will get the ball to start the half, and Shacker is right now warming up once again. It is Hudson Hill catching passes for him on the sideline, and last year it was Gore quarterbacking the team, but Shacker really showed some promise last year late in the year.
He did.
And I think that's one of those situations that Gore is just an all-around athlete. He's a very athletic kid. He's tall, he's lanky, he's lean, strong, he can jump, he can do a lot of things. And when you're looking at him, if you just looked at him lined up, you're like, that is a wide receiver.
That's right.
Why is he at quarterback?
That's right.
Well, the Fishermen didn't have a lot of options at quarterback at that point. Gore, because he's an athlete and he can run, he can be a very good option running style quarterback, but he is far better suited to be a wide receiver. Now, he's going to touch the ball a little bit less, but boy, if they can get the ball in his hands, he's also a physical kid where if you get a screen pass, which we saw, he sets up a good block. So the Fishermen are doing a good job tonight, trailing by 8-7. And the scoreboard getting reassigned here to the 12-minute mark. The officials hold the ball. There we are. Once again, a big thanks to all of our sponsors helping us out here on the air, bringing you the contest. Don't forget you can follow the game online as well at our YouTube channel. Just look for ESPN 106.3. We'll have some more links on our Facebook page and chances to do that. Fishermen kick this one off. It's going to be a short one, taken at the 25 by the Upman, who gets wrangled and wrestled down at the 40. And it looks like that is for the Fishermen, Isaac Crawford making initial contact. For the Bulldogs, the Upman, I believe, was at 45? 43. Hunter Christensen was the Upman who ended up receiving that one with a short kick by the Fishermen there. And the Fishermen now send out their defensive line. Silas Yates running out to play defensive end.
Here comes the Thunder.
And they got the big guys lined up in the middle once again for the Bulldogs.
Those are
79, 77, and the little guy, 55, the center. He's not little either.
No.
Between those two, he looks little. Hudson Hill backs up, comes into the gap, lines up, and Courier gets some pressure on the quarterback. He rolls out, gets it off, gets it thrown into
number 15, Astoria. That's going to be Trevor Morrow with the pick.
Right into the hands of Trevor Morrow. Quarterback got pressure. Duryea got there. He was able to shake Duryea. Some more pressure showed up late, and the quarterback, feeling it, had to unload, and unloads it right into Morrow's mitts. He was trying to hit a wide receiver cross in the middle, and Morrow read it.
Just said mine.
So first turnover of the game, actual turnover, not a turnover on downs, results in the Fishermen taking possession here in the third quarter at the 40-yard line, and just 40 yards to go to make something happen. Shacker will have it. He'll look to throw, and he finds Gore here at the 45 36-yard line, excuse me.
Stepped out at the 36.
Got to get onto the other side of the field. So a short pickup for the Fishermen of 4 yards, but a pickup nonetheless. A good little out. Gore coming from the inside position, running the old L route to the sideline. Gets the pass, and Shacker lines up. This time Gore goes to the other side. 3 receivers to his right. Shacker looks right, and then tucks the ball under, and he's going to get stacked up and hit for a short 1-yard gain. And one of those big boys got out there to make some contact. Caleb Delph, the junior, one of the boys, to come out and make some contact on Shacker, and I think he'd just as soon not do that.
That's right. No, I don't want to do that again.
He's one of the smaller of the linemen, and he still outweighs Shacker by about 100 pounds. 3 receivers to the right, bunched in a little bit more this time. Shacker looks to the other side, and trying to make contact once again is Morrow. And the defensive back gets there just as the ball goes by, and a good no call by the officials. There was contact, but the ball was by and uncatchable, and no pass interference there. So a 4th and 4 for the Fishermen. This time the Fishermen look like they'll line up to go for it, trying to take advantage of the turnover, the great Morrow interception. Clock rolls. We are under 11 minutes. Fishermen trailed by 1. This is a perfect start for the Fishermen, at least in the third quarter, to get the ball back. Now they got to try to do something with it.
The conversion here, that's huge.
Shacker waits in shotgun. Linebackers come, and they come across the line. I think they pulled them across, and indeed they're going to get a free first down out of this. Both linebackers and I think 2 of the defensive linemen both rolled forward. The old change-up on the count.
You can almost hear Astoria saying psych on that one.
You know, and I was watching the offensive line and Shacker, and, you didn't get the old traditional John Elway shoulder bounce or the hand bounce. It was just a good count, good cadence, and fooled them.
Yep.
You know, that's one of those things where sometimes you keep it the same and the same and the same until you need that 5 yards, and it's 4th and 4, and you buy 5 yards.
That's right. And you're back with a new set of downs and inside the 30.
Fishermen line up. Center checks back. That is Duryea. Shacker sends Gore in motion from the backfield. Nobody back there. They fake the pass to Huber. Gore gets it off his shoulder and back into play.
Number 9 for the Bulldogs intercepts.
Intercepts on the ricochet, so a couple of quick turnovers there. That one was going out to Gore, and it bounces off the shoulder pad and comes back into play.
It's Connor Johnson.
Right there to snatch it out of the air is the quarterback for the Bulldogs. So, unfortunate turn of events. Fishermen and Bulldogs trade turnovers, and Rube is a little dejected on that one. He's going to talk to Shacker a little bit about that. He just needed to get it up and loft a little more, and he had Gore on the fade. They fell off. We were looking for the quick pass to Huber, and Shacker saw what was going on and realized that they were jumping in on Huber, and he had the fade open to Gore. He just a little more touch.
Yep.
We saw a great pass to start the game with the touch. This one, not as much. So Shacker's going to go think about it. The Bulldogs will hand off and go nowhere.
Yeah, maybe half a yard. Yeah, they moved the stick up about half a yard.
2nd and about 9.5. And the Fishermen on defense will try to get a stop, see if they can't get the ball back to their offense. Trying to come off the field. A little gimpy, a little slow.
Number 55 for
Colt Kelly picks up a little steam as he heads towards the sideline and maybe just got a little stinger. We'll see. Snap, handoff up to about the 37-yard line once again for the Bulldogs. That is their stud running back.
No, it's Lucero Jr., receiver.
The receiver on the jet sweep, Junior. Seen him make a couple of plays already. 4 yards to go. 9:36 to go. 3 receivers stack up on the short side of the field to the left. Nobody on the right side. And
I think to jump on
that one. They did indeed. They're going to buy themselves a first down there. The hard cadence in return. Ball will be marched up to the 37, which will result in a first down. So 8-7 is where we stand here in the first game. Opening day for the Fishermen and the Bulldogs. Gladstone Riverdale at home for the Bulldogs next. For the Fishermen, they'll stay home to host Staten next week. Handoff up the middle. It is kept and held up, and the Fishermen do a good job. Ball's loose, and the Fishermen have it. Ball gets punched out, and for the Fishermen, it is Cannon Huber coming in from the safety position. So we exchange turnovers, and the Fishermen get another one back.
That ball just keeps going between the 30 and 40 three times now.
Jeremy Poyer just went out there and gave his linebacker the old shoulder bump, and got to be careful with that. Hudson Hill about bit it there. Jeremy Poyer is not somebody you want to go shoulder checking very hard. He's got to make sure that he keeps these kids safe.
That's right.
It was gentle. I'm over exaggerating it, but I don't know. I'll tell you what, if Jeremy Poyer came running at me from the field, even to congratulate me, I think I might flinch. I think so. The Fishermen are back in business now at the 41-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Running back in the backfield is Johnson for the Fishermen. Coming in motion is Huber, but I think we're going to get false start. I think running back Jack Johnson wiggled a little bit, 2 men in motion kind of a situation. So they were trying the old jet sweep, and it's one of those timing things where you're bringing Huber in motion ahead of the quarterback, and you want to try to get your running back to either fake it or to try to lead that run or cut back if possible. And Johnson just got a little bit anxious.
That's Astoria's only their second penalty for the entire game.
In game 1, week 0, that's one of those things that these guys don't get a preseason. They don't get 3 weeks, 4 weeks to figure this out. They get a couple of weeks of practice together, and then they got to come out here and figure this out.
That's
and
right.
A lot of times in opening games, it's ugly.
We've seen it.
It's not ugly today.
It's clean. It's great. I love it.
Fishermen line up now with the receiver to the right, 3 to the left. Shacker waits. Johnson off to his side, and the pass. Looking to the right side, deep pass, too far. Out throws Huber. Or Winterstein on the right side. Excuse me, that was Winterstein. And I thought they might catch him. Defensive back put an arm out, but not enough to slow him down for the arm bar and the pass interference. So it'll be 2nd and 15, and if it's 1st and 15, honestly, that's not a terrible spot to try the bomb or to try the deep shot. Extend the defense, stretch them out so that on this second play of this
they're looking
drive,
they're
it's a threat, right?
Yep.
Like we can't sleep on that. So on 1st down, why not try it?
Bust them in tight and go to zone, and suddenly you got a whole ball field to play
One
with.
defensive player in the back for the defensive back for the Bulldogs. Fishermen send 4 receivers out, 3 to the left, and Shacker looks back to his right, going inside and going down. That time was Winterstein. The defensive back nearly came away with the interception. Winterstein, I'm not sure if he tangled up feet with the cornerback or just got tangled somewhere, but he went down and almost resulted in another turnover.
To me, it looked like he hit the pole, Rob.
I mean, it kind of, with his pole sitting right in front of us, it's just all of a sudden he disappeared and fell down. It's like tripping a guy on TV.
That's it.
So now with a 3rd and 15, the Fishermen have a couple of decisions here to make. One is to try to get all 15 or to try to get close enough to give yourself a potential 4th down conversion. Or at least an attempt. Shacker sends a receiver to his right, 3 to the left. He's got Gore, Huber, and he takes the snap. He's going to roll this way to his 3 wide receivers, launch one up, and he's got, what a great catch on the sideline. Trevor Morrow, the widest of the receivers, is hanging out right there at the 32-yard line, jumps up, snatches it in, checks his feet, gets shoved out of bounds, and it is all of it, Bob.
That was amazing.
Almost all of it. 4th and 1 is what that turns into, so about a 14.5-yard pass gives the Fishermen a decision to make.
See if they can make him jump again.
The option to go for it or punt changes dramatically when it turns into 4th and 1. This time they're going to go under center. Bulldogs line up tight. Looks like they're going to squeeze, and Shacker should get there on the quarterback sneak.
I don't know, Rob. It looks short to me.
Looking where the official on this side is running in, I think he may have it. I know he twisted a little bit in the pile. They're going to bring the chains out, I'm almost positive of this, to measure.
It's close, Rob. Oh, boy.
They piled him up pretty good. They've got the nose of the ball touching the 31-yard line, and the chain is right there.
Here comes the chains.
So they do bring out the chains. They're going to pull the teams back All right, scoot back. We're going to measure it. Rube's standing there with his quarterback waiting for the call. It's either first and 10 or a turnover on downs. Boy, Shacker, I thought he had it, but he did twist a little there at the end. Somebody from the Bulldogs came in and
there were
got
some
just
big
enough
boys
weight.
pushing. Yeah, it looked short to me, but where they spotted it, it's close.
From up here in the booth, honestly, there's no indication other than the nose of the ball is on the line. That's where the stick was. And by stretching out the stick, it looks like it is.
It's good. They're going to give it to him.
Yep, indeed. They got it by about the length of the football. So once they measured the tab, see, that's the big thing is when you're looking at the line, the sticks on the side, they're kind of in general area. They're not always 100% accurate. The only one that's really accurate is where they put that tab,
the back one,
on the line.
Yep.
So they mark one of the yard lines, the 50, 55, or the 45, 40, 35, whatever bisects the chain is the actual line. So sometimes when you're looking on the sideline, they're not fully stretched. Handoff to Johnson is going to go up the middle for about 3 or 4. Not a lot of running by the Fishermen tonight.
No.
They've stuck to the air a majority of the game here now, under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter, 8-7. But yeah, where that line bisects the chain, they put a little marker, and then when they come out, they put that marker on the line that they bisect, and then they stretch it out. And that time, the Fishermen had it by a football and a couple.
Yeah, it was good.
Shacker gets the call and runs back out to his huddle. They get the call, make the clap, break huddle, and Gore goes all the way out. He'll be the wide receiver on the right side. Morrow to the left. Huber, flanker. This time Shacker's going to keep 2 backs in. Hill and Johnson. This time Huber's going to come. The old jet sweep. No, it's the handoff up the middle, and Johnson's going to get not much.
Yeah, they got him with about maybe a yard.
Maybe a yard there as the Bulldogs pile up. One of them was Hunter Christensen, a linebacker finding the running back. It'll be a short gain. Yeah, that's one of those things for the Fishermen. It hasn't been terribly effective yet, but you got to keep them honest. If you start letting those defensive linemen cheat, you're liable to, lose it somewhere else. Sometimes you have to kind of butt your head against the wall, as they say.
Yep.
Fishermen now on a 3rd and 6 lineup with 2 receivers on either side. Johnson in the backfield with Shacker, who looks. He's looking to the middle, and he's got his receiver. Huber catches at the 10-yard line. He gets tackled pretty immediately and stretched out just past the 10-yard line, almost right on it. So it'll be a first down for the Fishermen. They threaten once again now with
goal.
6.5 here in the third quarter. And the cheer squad runs the AHS flags by.
A ham sandwich.
Here at CMH Field, the Fishermen competing with the North Bend Bulldogs. 1st and goal to go inside the 10. Shacker looks, Cox brings it back, looks again, rolls out, tries to throw, and wisely
deflected out.
He tries to hit his receiver on the sideline in the end zone, and probably wisely overthrew that one out of bounds, and it got tipped as well. So not a great looking play, got busted.
Nope. He dug it out, though, and didn't take the sack.
Nope, he tried to make something happen, but this case, sometimes nothing is better than the worst. So
3 more tries here on this goal line.
Live to fight another day. And the Fishermen do have Winterstein, and I'm sure he can kick from this distance. We'll see if the Fishermen, that'll be an interesting decision by Rube. Do they go up 10-8 or try to go for it on 4th if they're faced with that dilemma?
Yeah.
Shacker waits. He's got 2 receivers, 1 to his right, 3 to his left. They hand up the middle, and Johnson goes nowhere.
Yeah, they had that red.
The Bulldogs sent the big guys and the linebackers in. That would have been a good one to potentially pull out and try to dump over the middle because the backers did come in hard. They were not trick-seed by that one at all.
No.
So the Fishermen now face a 3rd and goal from just outside the 10 as they lose a few yards there. It'll be 12 yards to go for the touchdown. No first down available for the Fishermen. 2 downs to get into the end zone. And here on 3rd down, with Winterstein out to his right and 3 receivers, Gore, Morrow, and Huber to his left, Shacker looks alone in the backfield, He looks for the snap. He's got it. He's going to roll to the strong side with his 3 receivers. Looks. Turns his shoulders, quick. Can't do anything, and last second throws one complete to Huber. It's not going to result in a heck of a lot. It'll be 4th and 8, maybe?
8, yeah.
It looks like 8 where they set the ball down. So here's a decision for Rube. Kick the field goal or go for it. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It looks like the field goal is the decision, so Winterstein will come out. His holder is Morrow.
Look for the fake, Rob.
Winterstein, wide receiver. He's definitely got some speed. Also the kicker for the last few years for the Fishermen. Linebackers look, snap is high, up, and it is good. So the Fishermen will reclaim the lead with the field goal and go up 10-8. The baseball score continues here at CMH Field. Great job by the Fishermen there. They were able to come away with the turnover. They turned the ball over themselves. Got another turnover with Morrow doing a great job of getting the interception. And then the Fishermen, well, they hunkered down and they battled and they came away with points. And in all honesty, Bob,
that's what you need to do.
That's how you win games, right? I mean, I know that's such a cliche and dumb thing to say is, well, you got to score points to win. I get it. That, that's one of the things that you make memes about. But you got to come away with points, whether it's touchdowns, field goals, whatever it is. You got to come away with the positives. And I think sometimes too many people focus on just the touchdowns. Got to get the touchdowns.
That's
right. Got to get them. And you end up kind of hammering your toes a little bit on that.
That's right.
And hurting yourself more than you help yourself. And so this is a great choice. Now you're down, or you're up by 2.
But
it's an unconventional separation, right?
And this team can't kick.
Right. They are light on kicking.
So if you can keep them.
If you can keep that
crossing that line, you got half the battle.
And you've held them to just the one score and a couple of turnovers, so you know your defense can hold up.
That's right.
So coming away with points and a 10-8 win is a win.
It sure is.
So no shame in that game from the studio, from the broadcast booth for sure. Winterstein kicks this one up and high, end over end. Taken once again by the up man, bounced off his chest. It's going to slow him down a little bit. He's got it again and handled and tackled well. Coming around the end for the Fishermen, Cody Johnson ends up with a wrap-up and a takedown. And so the Bulldogs will have their first possession at the 39-yard line, it looks like. Yep, indeed it is. 4:19 here in the third quarter. The Fishermen move ahead with the field goal to lead this one 10-8. And we joke about a baseball score. It's not quite single digits, but it's pretty darn close.
I've seen that score when we were crossed over at the shed here a few times lately on softball.
Indeed. All right, for the Fishermen, they line up on defense. They've got 4 linemen, a couple of backers. Looks like they're going with the nickel package, trying to cover up the 4 wide receiver set. And a handoff up the middle. No, taken out. Quarterback's got it. Miss and a whiff and a 5-yard pass up the middle. It's going to be a 41-yard
going to be
spot.
6 yards, yep.
And the quarterback faked the handoff, went to run, then stepped back and was able to hit a receiver cross in the middle for a nice, nifty little gain. And the linebackers for the Fishermen will reline. That is Hill and the other guy behind the post. Can't quite see the Hawkins, I believe. 3 wide receivers end up moving to the right side. They get the short pass and the screen and a couple of blocks, but not enough.
And another 4 on top.
They're going to get some yards, but the Fishermen do a good job of rallying and wrapping things up. Well, they give away the first down to the Bulldogs. They don't let them get much more than that.
No, they're going to mark it at Bulldogs 46.
They'll need to get to the 44 on the other side for the first down, and the Fishermen line up on defense, make a couple of adjustments, man in motion, handoff up the middle, and find a little space, and a spin move is going to give him some extra yards and bringing him down from behind. That looks like 29 for the Fishermen. Landon Reed able to jump on his back and roll him over after a 10-yard gain. They're going to have the first down. Under 3 minutes here in the third quarter, and the Bulldogs got the ball back, and they are moving the ball efficiently right now against the Fishermen.
Yeah. Thought they had number 16 figured out, but he's snuck through the last couple of plays here.
We'll see the blitz comes up. Linebackers come up, plug the gap. They do blitz and hold up the run, so that'll go almost nowhere as the Fishermen stack it up this time. Silas Yates, one of the linebackers, to come in and help. Also there, the interior defensive linemen doing their job. Great job by Duryea, and I believe that was MJ Brito in there making some noise against the big, massive offensive line for the North Bend Bulldogs.
Yeah, those are some guys.
Linebackers walk up into the gaps again. Are they coming? Are they retreating? Wait for the snap. Looks like they're going to retreat. They fake the blitz. A little pressure. Slip on the defensive end side. The pass to the outside gets free into the sideline, and making the catch on the sideline is Matthew Swank for the Bulldogs, and it will be really close to a first down. I see where they put him out of bounds. I think he's going to be just shy. I think he stepped out of bounds, and
the ref spun it like they were moving the sticks, but then they backtracked on it, I think.
I think they squirreled around some more on the sideline. That made it look like a first down that didn't get there.
Yeah.
So 3rd and short. Bulldogs on the move. Look. Handoff in the middle, and it's going to be for a first down, but the Fishermen do drag him down after a short one. It'll be at the 29-yard line. Fishermen starting to struggle with that massive offensive line for the Bulldogs. I'm not going to lie to you, Bob. I'd struggle against that massive offensive line.
Yeah. They probably got 2 to 1 size on
77 and 79 are massive offensive guards, and they do a great job of moving, pulling, and making some space, and they try to there. But the Fishermen do a good job that time. That was Archer Hawkins, number 24 for the Fishermen out there trying to stretch it out. I believe Johnson ended up out there helping drag down the tackle as well. Good job by Hawkins there to stretch it out and get the tackle. So with a 2nd and 9, Bulldogs line up at the 29-yard line. Looking in. Bringing a man in motion. They've got 3 receivers now to the left side. They throw the quick pass out there and get about 6-7 yards.
They're moving effectively.
Matthew Swank once again with the catch and quick squirrel up the field. It's going to be 3rd and about 3.5, where they mark him out. And the time ticks away on the 3rd quarter. We'll head to the 4th with the Fishermen holding a 10-8 lead, and we'll have the 4th quarter next, right here on ESPN 106.3.
Are you currently in the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America, 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at AstoriaFord.net.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
This is ESPN Radio.
Back here at CMH Field, it is a 10-8 ball game at CMH Field. The Fishermen lead this one, and there is 12 minutes to go in this contest. We are hit the 4th quarter time break, and the Bulldogs have the ball at the 25-yard line. 3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs. They have 2 receivers on either side of the line spread out, and trying to get the Fishermen to jump off sides as their quarterback, Connor Johnson. Can't do it. Goes up under center, steps back, and comes back. Fishermen don't bite. Linebackers line up in the gaps, and he's going to run right into one of those gaps and come away with the first down. Squeaks out to the left side and gets to the edge before he's drugged down by Silas Yates.
It is enough for a first down, though.
He was able to get behind the hogs of the offensive line of the North Bend Bulldogs, and I mean that in the most complimentary way possible. 79 and 77, just two of their offensive linemen are just massive young men.
They sure are.
And when they get in the way of just about anybody,
a little bit of deflection going on there.
Handoff up the middle, stacked up, and going to go just about nowhere, maybe a short gain.
He's going to get 2 yards. Get up to the 19.
That was Jackson Swanson with the carry.
See where they spot it. Yep, you're right at the 19.
11 minutes to go in this ball game. Long drives, time-consuming, and we are sitting at a 10-8 contest here between the Fishermen and North Bend Bulldogs in the season opener. Two receivers to the right, two to the left. Quarterback for the Bulldogs, Connor Johnson, waits in the backfield for the snap, moves his running back, Swanson to the other side, and with the man in motion, Fishermen look like they're playing zone. They don't go with it. Short throw is out, and he's free. Can he get there? He can. And the Bulldogs beat the zone. Joshua Sullivan, the junior, gets into the end zone for the Bulldogs, and that will give them 6 and 14 total. So they take a 14-10 lead. And now we await for the extra point or the 2-point conversion, and we've already seen for the most part, we can assume that the Bulldogs don't have much of a kicking game. They haven't shown it yet, and they do line up for two. They got two on either side of the line. Wide receivers spread out. Fishermen come in with a little pressure, and it is thrown up in the air and over the receiver's head and out of bounds. And no pass interference on that as both players jump up to try to get a pass that was a couple of feet above their heads. And so 14-10 is where we stand here in the fourth quarter with North Bend reclaiming the lead. And Bob and I talked a little bit about this earlier in the game, and that's this unconventional score without the kicker, the 8-7, the 3-point connection, where does that put you? Well, for the Fishermen, it's a touchdown or die situation at this point. They need at least that to come back into this one. So the kicking game for the Fishermen, of course, that field goal was instrumental in giving them that 10-8 lead. But the 6 points difference now, of course, throws it just a little bit differently. So the Fishermen need to handle their business here in the fourth quarter with 10:36 remaining and get down the field to see what they can come up with. Next week, the Fishermen will be hosting Staten, the Staten Eagles here at CMH Field. That game on the 5th. Don't forget, we jump into September here in just a short time. So Fishermen hosting Staten next week. The Eagles. Rube barking some instructions to his players on the sideline. Whistle blows. And here comes the kick. A short line drive towards the sideline, and that one handled out of bounds, so it's going to be a illegal procedure once again against North Bend. That ball bounced out of bounds at right around the 25-yard line, and so the Fishermen are going to get the advantage of not having to return it and get to scoot it up and take the ball at the 30. Fishermen will have 10.5 minutes to do something with the ball and try to get this lead back. A nice long scoring drive here would be fantastic. Fishermen line up. Hawkins, that is Shacker out there. I'm trying to see who the receivers were. I thought I saw Hawkins go out there, but it is going to be the usual cast characters. So Rashawn is out. Also, Cody Johnson and Gore. And it looks like Isaac Crawford lining up as wide receivers for the Fishermen. 3 to the right, Gore to his left, and Shacker takes the snap and hands one off to Johnson, who shakes a couple tackles and pushes the linebacker back. Great run there, finishes strong. Going to be a short run of about 4 yards, but a good strong run. Good job by Johnson there. Jack Johnson, the senior, lowers his shoulder, and the defensive back who came in late kind of got bumped back onto his rear.
I will take your word for it, Robert. You had the poll for me.
10 minutes here in the fourth quarter. The Fishermen break huddle. You're going to send 2 receivers to either side, Winterstein and Huber to the right, Gore, and I believe out that way is Tremont Morrow. Gore moves in motion to stack the line this way, and Shacker's going to try to run to the weak side and go nowhere. The Bulldogs stack him up. I'm not even sure there's an inch or two to gain there.
Yeah.
It'll be 3rd and 5 now for the Fishermen. Fishermen trying to put the man in motion to the right side, trick the defense and run to the left side. See if the Bulldogs fade that way and then try to get them moving the other direction to make the tackle, and it didn't quite work out. The defensive lineman and the end for the Bulldogs did a great job. It is Hunter Herman Osana out there on the right side of the defensive end position. Fishermen send 3 receivers to the right, Winterstein, Huber, and Gore. And Shacker's got the ball rolling this way. Looks, a little pressure on the backside, but not enough. And a great reach and catch by Huber.
Wow, all the way
Winterstein, excuse me. Winterstein reaches out from his body, comes away with a catch. That is a great hands catch by Winterstein.
Oh, they're going to mark it at the 49 for him. Still good for the first down, though, Rob.
What a great catch and throw by Shacker and Winterstein there to hook up there. And what a great job by Winterstein. He did not let the ball come into his body where the defender was really pretty much on him.
Yeah.
He reached out with his hands, snatched it, and then pulled it in and was able to maintain control. Great catch, great hookup, and a first down for the Fishermen. Under 8.5 to go, Shacker waits all by himself in the backfield. He brings Huber with him, who's got the handoff, trying to look for a block. Winterstein comes across, lowers his shoulder. He'll gain 2.5 on the other side of the field.
He took that all with one launch off his foot and just with somebody on his back.
The contact was made right at about a no-gain line of scrimmage situation, and Winterstein just put his foot in the ground and
said,
lunged forward.
We're going for a ride. Let's do this.
I mean, if I'm going to get tackled, I'm going to go forward when I do it. And he did.
He did.
Got 2, so it'll be a 8 yards needed for the first down for the Fishermen. The Bulldogs with just one of their big guys right now in on defense. Number 79, Grayson Nanda. And for the Fishermen, Shacker looks to throw. He's got his receiver on the left side, underthrows him, and Morrow can't get up and get it. And the cornerback on that side was in perfect position. Joshua Sullivan playing the inside, and Shacker almost threw that one in the wrong spot. Instead, it's going to be a 3rd and 8 for the Fishermen here. And I'm sure at this distance they won't be kicking field goals, so your objective here is to get as close to the first down as you possibly can if you don't have the big one.
Yeah.
Try to give yourself a manageable 4th down if you need to use it. That's always one of those, idiot things, because obviously you're going to try to go for the first down if you can get it.
Sure.
But if you can't, at least try to get
it closer.
close.
Yep.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shacker looks to his right, then back across, and snatching the ball out of the air. Defender on his back trying to swat it away was Jackson Swanson, but the catch was Morrow, and what a great catch.
I think it's close, Rob.
He's got to be right there at the marker, and they're going to mark him just shy.
It's like you said, though, if you can't get it close.
If you can't get it close. Give yourself the opportunity to make the decision at least,
That's right.
And that's exactly what they did. So they bring a few players off the field. Morrow, one of them after the big catch, gets a few high fives from his teammates.
Here comes another one of the big boys. Oh, taking the biggest boy out, though.
Shacker is out. So on defense, like Bob said, they took the biggest guys out. 77 has moved his way into the field. That is Maddox Singleton, the senior. And the Fishermen going with their jumbo set, Gore, Huber, and Morrow off the field. And they go with the extra weight on the interior and the
timeout.
Bulldogs, you know what? Hold your horses here. We want to talk about this.
We can't take them with us. Might as well use one, right?
Well, this is one of those situations. If you need to get your timeout in, get your big boys back in, obviously the Fishermen have lined up like they're going to go the heavy set.
Yep.
They've got, Gore, Morrow, Huber off the field, which means they've gone with the extra weight on the ends, and they're going to probably go with the extra girth and muscle in the backfield. You're looking for quarterback sneak. You're looking for the quick stack up, the I formation, stack them up, plow it in, butt your head against the wall kind of a play. I mean, you only need half a yard. So what do you do? And Bulldogs are doing exactly what they needed to do. Call the timeout and get the big guys back on the field.
Yeah.
Because there they are. There's 77. Back out there, 79. Still not in this formation. But they've talked about it, and they know exactly what's coming. Now, of course, that gives the Fishermen the chance
Change it up and do something
get things a little sneaky here.
Yeah,
so
they got their big boys on. We'll work around them.
What does Rube decide to do here? Stay sneaky? Stay up front with it? What do you do? I mean, so far the quarterback sneaks and the push plays have worked for the Fishermen.
Yeah.
So they do line up in the heavy set. Shacker is under center, 3 running backs in the backfield. They line up, a couple of hard counts, and the handoff is in, and Johnson should have it.
He's got it, forward momentum.
He got stood up and then pushed backwards, but I do believe where he got stood up
that's enough.
Touching the, tickling the 40-yard line, which should be about a yard, 3/4 of a yard. Yep, there it is. The emphatic signal from the white hat, the officiating crew. Indeed, a first down. Great job by Johnson, and that's one of those situations where you get the heavy set, 3 backs in the backfield, and that can go any way. Up front, you swing it off to the right, you swing it off to the left. You can have the quarterback faking it that way and, hand off the backside. I mean, there's a lot of trickery when you've got 3 running backs in the backfield, and it's up tight and close, and you can hide that ball.
You sure can.
And a great job by the Fishermen there. They got the blocks.
It's ball in a cup at that point.
And they did a great job of hiding it just enough to get what they needed. 1st and 10 from the 40. Receivers to the right and to the left, 2 apiece. Johnson in the backfield with Shacker. Shacker hands off to Johnson. Johnson cuts up the middle.
He's got
on
his
feet. Stiff arm. He's got 10, 12, 13, at least 13 yards. Maybe 15 by the time that one comes up. Players clear. Great job there.
Amazing.
Busted the middle, ripped a couple of arm tackles, and then he got up there and got a stiff arm on one of the linebackers for the Bulldogs and just refused to go down. And the only scary part of that is it leaves the ball a little bit exposed.
It does. Luckily, it didn't bite him this time.
It did not bite him this time. Nobody was able to get up there and, peanut punch that thing out from the back or from the side. So great run. 5:20 to go here in the 4th quarter. The Fishermen trail by 4, and they are on the move with wide receivers spread out, 2 to either side. Shacker's got the ball, and the handoff, keeps it himself, and the exchange doesn't get anywhere. That was one of those situations where you try to get the running back going to the left, and the quarterback then keeps it and goes to the right. The old RPO is not really a pass option in this situation, but the option to give it to the running back. Do they flow to the running back side and I keep it and go right?
Right.
Well, they kind of stacked everything up. The 77 got enough penetration there in the middle that there was no side available. Yep. He was in both sides.
He sure was.
4:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. 14-10. Fishermen trailing in this one by 4. They have a 2nd and 10. Shacker looks deep. He's got his receiver wide open, but overthrows him out of bounds. Winterstein broke free, and there's just a little miscommunication between Shacker and Winterstein there. Winterstein went one way. Shacker thought he was going the other way and just did not connect. And unfortunate there because, boy, oh boy, that would have been a big hookup. Had they been able to do that, if Winterstein was able to stay in bounds, there wasn't a defender within 12 yards of him.
Oh, man.
He'd have been able to turn around and just walk into the end zone. Might have been able to take another 20 seconds off the clock doing it. He was so wide open in that corner. So, we'll reset and do it again with a 3rd and 9 from the 26-yard line. Shacker comes back under center. Quarterback Shacker sends in shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Calls for the ball, gets it, looks.
Flag.
And knocked away in the middle. Great defense by the Bulldogs, but a flag immediately on that play. Michael Lucero knocks the ball away for the Bulldogs, but it looks like they're talking just to themselves. I thought they were going to talk to the Fishermen there. Illegal formation or illegal procedure, I believe, on the Fishermen here, so it's going to cost them 5. Now the question is, because it's a dead ball foul. Nope, they can decline it. I was going to say, the question really comes into play, do you give them the 2 plays back or because it was an incomplete pass,
you just let it go.
Do you just eat the penalty and eat the down? And that's exactly what the Bulldogs decided to do. So with 4:17 in the fourth quarter to go, the Fishermen trailing by 4. A field goal does very little for the Fishermen here. They line up with 2 receivers to either side and a 4th and 10. Shacker calls for the ball, gets it. Linebacker comes. He avoids the pressure. Looks, got the throw. He's got his receiver. No! Overthrows his receiver, Huber. The Fishermen cannot connect. So with 4:10 to go, the Bulldogs will take over. 4:11 on the clock, excuse me. The Bulldogs will take over deep in their territory. And not real deep on the 26-yard line. So the Fishermen need a good 3 and out here to try to get the ball back.
Yeah.
I would imagine at this point,
I'd take a pick 6. How about you, Rob?
That'd be fantastic. I have a feeling that North Bend may not be putting the ball in the air here.
Yeah, I agree.
With 4:11 to go, the Bulldogs may try to just grind this one as far down as they can. They stand in shotgun. Running back has it, goes up the middle, and indeed they try to grind out the first play. Spins away from the tackle, gets free. He's at the 35, headed towards the 40, gets drug out of bounds.
Good for a first down, +2.
Gore rips him out of bounds, but a great cutback, and Jackson Swanson squirrels free for a big run. The good news is it was out of bounds, so for a second it will stop the clock. They rewind and get going again. 1st and 10.
Story with all their timeouts.
Fishermen definitely need some stops here. North Bend Bulldogs making no effort to hurry. They are now lining up. 3:30 to go. Watching the clock tick away. Fishermen stack up the gaps. Handoff up the middle. Dodging a tackle. Ball's loose. Ball's in. Fishermen has it. Fishermen have it. The Fishermen come away with a fumble recovery and are back in business at the 37-yard line.
Oh, not a pick 6, but I'll take it, Rob.
I tell you what, that was a great effort by the Fishermen to reach in there and swat the ball away, and I'm sure that was one of the things defensive coordinator Jeremy Poyer was. I'm looking at the field. Sorry, we've got a player down. But Jeremy Poyer, I'm sure if you're not going to be the first guy there, make sure that if you're the second one, you're taking the ball. First guy gets the guy, second guy gets the ball. And we have a timeout here as a Bulldog is still on the ground. As far as the game goes and the situation that we sit at, it is a turnover by the Bulldogs, another one, and the Fishermen have possession of the ball with 3:21 to go at the roughly 40-yard line. And the young man is not moving on the field. There we see the toes and rolling over.
Oh, it's our running back.
And it looks like number 16 for the Bulldogs, Jackson Swanson, the senior. Not quite sure if he just got the wind knocked out of him there or just what the situation was. Looks like he's being tended to, and I see no real extreme panic by those attending to him.
Rube walks back.
I think he went over and quickly checked on the young man to make sure that everything was okay. And wind knocked out of him, a little stinger. Who knows what the situation could be? Knees and legs look good.
Looks like they're holding his wrist.
So you hope for nothing major, nothing big. And anymore when it comes to injuries, you just don't want to speculate too much. But it does look like it is a shoulder, elbow. Potentially he's holding that arm pretty tight to him. And in a good show by the Astoria Fishermen home team here, the crowd gives him a round of applause. He has been a nightmare for the Fishermen so far today. He's been a problem, so hate to see him go down for the Bulldogs. I'm sure for the rest of their season they'd love to keep him on the field, so he'll be tended to on the sideline, and hopefully it is nothing serious, and maybe he just got a little helmet to the shoulder, a little helmet to the elbow, that old funny bone kind of thing, and he'll be able to shake it loose. The Fishermen back in business. Breaking huddle, setting up with a receiver to the right. That's Winterstein. 3 line up to the left for Shacker. Shacker looks, calls for the ball, and he's got it. Handoff up the middle to his running back, goes almost nowhere. A short gain hit immediately in the backfield as Johnson squirrels forward for just 1. trying to catch him off guard. The clock is ticking at 3:05, and Shacker gets the call. The Fishermen, no real sense of urgency yet here at the 37-yard line. Under 3 minutes to go. Winterstein lines up to the right along with Huber. Gore and Morrow move out to the left, and Shacker keeps Johnson on his right hip. Waits for the snap. Fisherman block well. Quick pass inside is taken away off the hands of Winterstein and into the defensive hands of the North Bend Bulldogs. Number 7, Matthew Swank. Trading turnovers, and the Bulldogs now have possession of the ball one more time. And the Fishermen need to come up with another miraculous defensive play to keep themselves into this now with 2:34 to go. That one hit Winterstein in the hands and just squirreled free right into the defensive back's hands. It would have been a short gain for the Fishermen, but it would have given them a 3rd and maybe 2 unless Winterstein is able to get the ball in and squirrel loose. But at least had he been able to catch it and get immediately tackled, it would have been a 3rd and maybe 1 for the Fishermen. Instead, it's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs as they take possession after the interception. Fishermen line up on defense. Handoff. No, quarterback's going to just keep it and go forward.
For 2 yards?
Maybe. We'll see where they end up spotting him. For the Bulldogs, keeping the ball and trying to squirrel up the field was Connor Johnson. And timeout taken by the Fishermen as they try to preserve what they can with 2:21 to go. A couple of unfortunate turnovers for the Fishermen and the Bulldogs there as they exchange turnovers. Fishermen would rather not have exchanged one there, but you never know. Last time this happened, the Fishermen were able to come away with 2 quick ones.
That's right.
Can lightning strike thrice? The officials huddle up. They, of course, want to get themselves together. They understand what's happening here with 2:21 to go. Make sure we call the right things. Make sure we get everything tight. We don't need to end this on a controversial thing or anything speculative. So I always like it when the officials gather up, realize the situation of the game as well. We'd love to say that the officials never play a part in a contest, but sometimes they do. And, you know, the best officials are the ones you forget about after the game.
That's right.
Because they did a good job.
Exactly.
You know, it's kind of that scenario. And so, of course, I like to see the officials get together and communicate. That's always a positive thing to do. Handoff. No handoff. This time, quarterback keeper gets racked up and stacked up for a loss. And Rube immediately calls the timeout. So 2:15 on the clock. Just a few seconds tick away on the play. So it'll be a short loss, and that'll bring up 3rd and 9. And Rube will have one more timeout to call. If they can get the stop on 4th down, the Bulldogs can let it tick as far down as under a minute, potentially, depending on what this 3rd down play is. And if I was the Bulldogs here, honestly, this is where I'd pull out the sweep.
Yep.
Try to get as close. If you're on the closer to the right hash as far as the Bulldogs are considered moving right to left. So you're on the right hash, or the left hash moving right to left, So the wide side of the field is the right side for the Bulldogs. And don't be shocked if they don't try to set a trips formation that way and then take their running back or their quarterback at this point. They're not even handing the ball off and just try to roll out deep and take 15 or more seconds of gameplay off the clock.
Eat it up. Yep.
They wind up with 2 receivers on either side, quarterback in shotgun. Linebackers line up in the gaps. Man in motion moves to his right, and quarterback's going to look that way. They're going to throw for it, get some pressure, and not get sacked, but get stacked up at the 40-yard line. So it'll be 4th and about 3 or 4 to go.
Astoria immediate calls timeout.
2:07 to go. Risky call by the Bulldogs there, as they were going for the kill shot, essentially. If they get a 1st down there, there's nothing Astoria can do about it.
Nothing they can do. But I'll tell you what, Astoria wasn't trying to tackle them. They were trying to strip that ball.
Yes, they were.
I watched 4 different guys trying to just grab that ball.
And they let the first guy get there, and they were trying to get the second guy to get the strip, and he shook a couple of tackles and was able to get some extra yards. But I always had my coach was the first guy goes for the guy, the second guy goes for the ball. You got to make sure you get the tackle first.
Well, I mean, they were just going for the ball. They weren't
trying to take him down. It's hold him up. Yeah. You know, it's that whole thing where don't bring him to the ground. Don't hit him so hard he goes down. Hit him just enough to hold him up.
So we can just keep
so the second guy can get there. Unfortunately, sometimes when that happens, you end up with kind of a pushy little scrum that garners extra yards.
Sure.
2:07 in the fourth quarter, 14-10. The Fishermen and Bulldogs have played a tight one in a season opener here at CMH Field. Fishermen would love to try to come away with this one, but they need the ball back if they want to try.
Glad to see number 16 back on the field.
16 is back out there. 4th and 2, and the Bulldogs will call a consecutive timeout to the Fishermen as they want to have a few more seconds to chat about what they want to do here on this 4th down. And again, if they convert this, Astoria is out of timeouts and out of the ability to stop the clock. They can
the other team can just take a knee.
Victory formation, as they like to call it. And the Fishermen, they get the stop here and the turnover. They've got a few minutes. They'll have just under 2 minutes to try to make something happen from about, if they don't get it, at least the 40-something, 41-2 yard line. So if they get to the 43, it's all over. If the Fishermen can keep it behind that, well, they'll have just under 2 minutes to try to come away with a miracle here at CMH Field. Good squad, both teams, North Bend Bulldogs and the Fishermen here in this non-league conference matchup.
It's been exciting.
North Bend Bulldogs coming out of the Sky M League, if I'm not mistaken. And they're going to punt. They line up in the punt formation, get the kick off. The Fishermen will return it. Huber's got it. He's up the field at the 40, the 45, spinning to the 50.
The way, halfway to the 50.
So with 2 minutes on the clock, 1:59, I thought when he went down, but they rolled it to 1:58. No timeouts. The Fishermen will have no timeouts in roughly 2 minutes.
I think they're going to do the hurry-up offense here,
to work the field here. So, usually, at least when I was in high school, of course, things have changed over the last 3-4 years since I was in high school. Don't give me that look. It's been 25 years.
More. I hate to say it.
Close to that. Better, yeah. You don't work on a lot of that stuff till you get later in the season because you just don't have the time.
No, you got to get the fundamentals in before you start.
Luckily with the youth programs that are in place in a lot of places, especially in Astoria, do you get a chance to work on that kind of thing? And so the Fishermen will get it put to the test early this year as Shacker lines up, no backs. He's got a receiver, knee down, so Morrow's down immediately at the 44-yard line. So clock ticks at 1:45. They'll spot the ball. Fishermen will get on the ball. Nope, they're going to get on the huddle.
Substitution coming in.
Try to get a sub in. Break. Winterstein stays out of the huddle.
Rube didn't like something talking with some of the referees.
And here comes the snap. Shacker looks. He's got a pass up the middle. Huber again for the first down at the 32.
Take him out of bounds, boys.
And the officials let that one play out just a little bit as about 2 or 3 Bulldogs hold him up. So with 1:21 to go on the first down, it will stop the clock momentarily. So once it gets placed and set, the clock will wind, and the Fishermen can use that opportunity, and they do, to get on the line of scrimmage and ready to go with 1:16 on the clock. Shacker's got it, looks. He's got his receiver falling down, catch for a few yards, 5, and at the 26-yard line.
Yep. I think you're right, Rob.
They're going to spot the ball again. The Fishermen line up. Clock ticks, under a minute to go. Shacker looks. Defense walks up. Looks like they're bringing the blitz. They do. Shacker's got it up the middle. It's Gore with the catch at the 15, and he's got to put it down. That'll stop the clock long enough for the Fishermen to get there. So hand it to the official. Good job by Gore. Now get on the ball and get ready to go. 50 seconds. The clock is stopped while they spot and move the sticks. Don't forget, while the sticks move, the ball is stopped. And now we've got a hold up by the officials. Shacker's got the
there's
call.
A flag on the play.
And it's going to be defensive pass interference, I believe. The official just pointed the other way. It's either a face mask, and if they add to the run, It's going to be a face mask, and that's what they're doing. So
they're going to march it to the 5.
It'll be halfway, so it'll be down to the 7-yard line. Personal foul, roughing the passer was the call. White Hat relays that in, so the Fishermen benefit from not only the penalty and the first down. Clock is held at 50. It is 14-10. Shacker has the ball. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. He is all by himself in the backfield. Bulldogs don't blitz. He gets free, runs up the middle. He's got it. He dives in. Shacker dives for the touchdown with 45 seconds to go, and the Fishermen have a 6-14 lead with just ticks on the clock. Shacker with a great tuck and run. He was looking right, looked left, didn't like anything, felt a little pressure, got a little tickle on his left side, tucked the ball and scored it right up the middle, and at the last second dives forward with the ball in the end zone. What a great effort by Shacker to score the touchdown for the Fishermen with just 45 seconds to go. Winterstein comes out for the extra point, and the Fishermen will try to put the exclamation point on this one with a good field goal. The Fishermen go up by 3. The Fishermen now lead this one 17-14. 44 seconds to go on the game clock. And what an exciting last couple of minutes to this fourth quarter for the Fishermen, Bob.
Wow. It's unexpected and amazing.
I mean, holy smokes.
Wow.
What a great job by Shacker on that play. He didn't take the sack. He looked right, looked left, realized he didn't have anything open, and then he looked at a lane.
And he had one, yeah.
And just tucked and ran. What a great job by the Fishermen to capitalize. What a great headsy play. And it may not have been the way that Coach Rube drew that play up.
They marched it back up 65 yards in inside a minute, Rob.
About a minute and 12?
Yeah.
I'm not keeping accurate stats.
It was 2:05 to inside a minute.
Okay, so there you go. What a great job by the Fishermen to not only not get them, we talked about this for the last few years. The Fishermen have struggled getting wins. What they have never struggled with is in the years that you and I have,
they played to the last man, the last second.
You and I have called a couple of years worth of games now, and a couple of those years have been tough.
Yep.
They've lost some games they should have won. They've lost some games that they just got their butt kicked in. They've had a rough program, a young program, and these kids have battled and fought, and it's got to be just hard to continue to fight. But that is one thing that this Astoria Fishermen team, over 3 years of contests, we have never seen them quit.
Nope. They play to the last play. Always.
Lining up for the kickoff, Rube walks out to talk to the officials. 44 seconds on the clock. What's the play here by Winterstein? Kick it as deep as you can kick it. Try to get it up in the air. Let your coverage team get there. The North Bend Bulldogs at this point have not threatened on the kick returns yet. So they want 45 seconds on the game clock. Yep, that was the official relaying to the score clock there, 45, not 44. So they'll get that readjusted. 17-14 in the fourth quarter. The Fishermen get a turnover and march the ball in on an absolutely great tuck and run by their quarterback. And in a game that looked almost like they weren't going to be able to do anything with it, they get the squib kickoff and it bounces. Oh, it's somebody, and
Astoria comes up with it?
Let's see.
It's close.
It's a pile, and it is going to be the Bulldogs coming up with it. That was 55, saving it for the Bulldogs for the moment. Dylan Swanson, the senior, gets on top of that ball and hugs that thing like his dear life depended on it as the Fishermen slide into him.
It was close. I saw Astoria have hands on that.
So we should have run a few seconds off the clock there. 41 seconds is where they want the scoreboard. The officials doing a great job here. The crew watching the clock, the ball, the situation. And here we are, 41 seconds. Fishermen lead this one by 3, 17-14. The Fishermen coming away with the touchdown just seconds ago, late in the fourth quarter to take the lead. And the North Bend Bulldogs now line up. The pass up in the air. It's a quick pass out to 16 on the right side. Fishermen do a good job and get him on the sideline. He's out of bounds at the 34-second mark. for a first down at the
41. Looks like 41.
Let's see where they set the ball. I think you're right there, Bob. 41 is where he ended up going out of bounds. So the clock will stop. Bulldogs will get a chance to reset here. Fishermen lining up with, of course, the coverage team on the field. Hubert deep for the Fishermen.
I believe Bulldogs have one timeout remaining.
With Winterstein. The scoreboard is showing 3, but I do believe you are correct. I believe there were at least 2 called by the Bulldogs earlier. And quarterback's looking deep, looking right, looking to the middle. It is caught in the field of play. The Fishermen will tackle him at the 45-yard line. And the clock will roll, so the timeout is taken by the Bulldogs at this point. They do take, I believe, their last timeout with 24 seconds to go. And this is another one of those scenarios where completed passes really aren't a problem, Bob.
No.
Just keep it in front of you.
Yep.
Make the tackle. Keep them in bounds if you can do it. If they get out of bounds or it's close to the sideline, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to do anything silly to get them squirreled free and up the sideline for something that you should have just tackled.
Yep, exactly.
So it's fine if they go out of bounds. Your try is to get them in bounds, obviously. Now with no timeouts left.
They don't have a good kicker, so try to keep them inside the 20.
So Poyer, I'm sure, is giving them all the things. Don't let anybody behind you.
That's right.
Stay deep. Don't let anybody behind you. I mean, this whole speech is reiterating itself, I'm sure, to the defensive squad from Poyer.
Do your job.
And do your job. We can hate the Patriots all we want, but it's not a terrible motto.
Yeah.
All right, Fishermen line up on defense. Bulldogs look, deep pass, no, rolling out to his left, looking, and it's going to be overthrown out of bounds, and Shacker tries to jump up and tip it into the cheerleaders. Way out of bounds there, so with 17 seconds, the Bulldogs will try again.
Great pass by the Astoria coaching.
And third and about 6 or 7 for what that is worth. With 17 seconds to go, they can still pick up a first down and still have a couple of chances at it. So I wouldn't be surprised here in this trip set to the strong side if the Bulldogs don't try to run somebody to the sideline to see if they can at least get the first down and then send somebody deep as well. They're going to go to the middle of the field. Almost picked, but caught and wrapped up and strung out to... No! It was headed off! It was pitched! The hook and ladder!
Oh my God!
Is going to score with 5 seconds on the clock! Was he out of bounds? The officials say no, it stands.
Oof.
He was wrapped up going down at the 35-yard line, pitches backwards, and North Bend is going nuts on the sideline. The lateral will score.
It's 17-20, Rob.
And I'm looking for any sign from the official. Oh, it is a touchdown. So they are going to call it a touchdown. The hook and lateral, the unintentional hook and lateral. And there should still be time on the clock, but the officials are saying no.
They're saying game over.
There were 5 seconds left when he entered the end zone. And now Rube is asking, there should be 5 seconds left.
3 seconds left, they're showing.
So he wants the officials to double check that. Who was watching the clock when the young man broke the plane? What a heartbreaking loss for the Fishermen as they battle back in the fourth quarter to take the lead 17-14. And on a stunning, miraculous play with just 20 seconds, 17 on the clock, the hook and ladder play is going to give the Bulldogs the lead. And Rube is waiting for an official word, and I believe he's going to get it because his team is not going anywhere, and neither are the Bulldogs. So the official is going to walk back and say that they want 2 seconds.
3 or 2?
2 seconds are going to get put back on the clock.
2 seconds left on the clock.
And there will be at least a 2-point or 1-point conversion attempt by the Bulldogs here.
Story doesn't play to the last play.
I tell you what, boy, oh boy, what a heartbreak. They were gang tackling, and they had him wrapped up, stood up.
At the 30.
At the officials, didn't stop the play as he was still moving forward, and he was able to get away with the lateral before the dead play.
Yep.
And so the Bulldogs will now line up
We got it.
2 seconds on the clock. Now an untimed down as the Bulldogs line up in a trips formation to the right. And by all accounts, looks like they are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And the snap is low. The handoff up the middle. 16 can't quite get free, and it will be a failed conversion. So now at 20-17, with 2 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, the Bulldogs will have to kick off in some form or fashion, and I would fully expect the squib kick to come out here.
You were correct.
I can't imagine that they would do anything but that. I've seen a lot of coaching decisions made over the course of a few years of watching football, and this is kind of the no-brainer decision.
Yep, this is what it's for.
You typically run the squib kick out. It's hard to handle. It's going to run the clock. No timeouts left on either squad either way.
Yep.
But the 2 seconds is going to happen if they field it in the field of play. And, of course, if they let it dribble down and nobody touches it, it's a live ball, and then the time runs out anyway. So, I mean, the squib kick is the only call if you're the Bulldogs here. If they do anything other than that, I'll be shocked. Because if they kick it in the air and it bounces out of bounds, the Fishermen will get the ball at the 30-yard line and no
get
time.
A shot, yeah.
I mean, it's not a great shot, but it's a shot. So,
as we've seen, they can do it.
What an absolutely just stunning game. 2 touchdowns scored in less than 2 minutes. And the Fishermen get the lead back. North Bend with a stunning, absolutely stunning connection and ladder, hook and ladder, end up screaming down the sideline for the score to reclaim the lead at 20-17. They have taken the wind out of the sails here in Astoria tonight. All right, North Bend lines up. The Astoria Fishermen line up to receive. And the kick is a short onside kick, and
doesn't go 5 yards.
It doesn't go 10 and goes out of bounds. 2 seconds should remain, and it's going to be a flag. And I believe a North Bend player touched it before that as well, so the Fishermen should get the ball at the 48-yard line.
I believe you are correct, Rob.
If I understand my rules correctly, it's going to be where North Bend inadvertently touched the ball because it didn't go 10 yards. It needs to get across the 50, and it didn't.
No, it went 4 yards.
North Bend touched it, and it's going to be Fisherman ball at about the 40. Do they mark off the penalty after that?
They do.
And so it'll be Fisherman ball.
The 43, 44?
Nope.
No. They're going to say all the way at the 39, Rob.
So it's going to be first down for the Fishermen at the 39-yard line after they assess the penalty. So the Fishermen will get one chance into the end zone with 2 seconds and no timeouts, down by 3. Winterstein doesn't have this one in the bag to force overtime. So Shacker will line up with his wide receiver core on the field. And he's looking, and he's going to throw a long one down the sideline into coverage off the turf. And no catch. The Fishermen will fall in this one in a stunning finish of 20-17. North Bend comes away with the hook and ladder play to end the game and come away with the victory and claim the lead and the win. We'll wrap it up in just a minute. We'll take a breath and come back in just a second right here on ESPN 106.3.
Market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Then look no further than Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford. With hundreds of makes and models to choose from, you're bound to find something you want, including the Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America 47 years running. Stop by Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford today and take a test drive and find that new vehicle you have always wanted. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, you always get the best deal at Dane Gouge's Astoria Ford, 1809 Ensign Lane across from Costco Gas, or visit them online at AstoriaFord.net.
Seaside Outlets, over 100,000 square feet of savings and shopping. Great food for every member of your family. Featuring great names in retail like Nike, Eddie Bauer, Pendleton, Bath & Body Works, Rack Room Shoes, Route 21, and Carter's. And it's all just a few blocks from the beach. Plus, there's no sales tax.
Seaside Outlets, 1111 North Roosevelt Highway 101 and 12th Avenue. Visit seasideoutlets.com.
Be ready for your future with Clatsop Community College. Take college-level classes at CCC while still in high school and transfer them to a university when you're ready. Or take technical education classes to develop your skills to be prepared for in-demand jobs in the region. Clatsop Community College can help you be ready for your future. Contact the admissions office or check out clatsopcc.edu for more information on all the programs and transfer options available. Start here, go anywhere with Clatsop Community College.
Marathon season is just around the corner, so quit running errands and start running for fun with North Coast Runners in Astoria. Stop in for nutrition on the go, info on local running groups, recommendations on where to run on the North Coast, and of course, all the gear you need, including being your Lululemon destination on the coast. Whether you're in Seaside, Napa, Astoria, Warrenton, or anywhere in between, North Coast Runners supports student athletes with available discounts.